not on. Testing.
You're on.
I cannot hear I can't hear anything. Say something. Say.
Testing. I'm gonna.
Testing. I got nothing. Testing.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. How about the
Oh my
faithful out
gosh.
there? Okay, we were very echoey,
Yeah.
so we'll need to work on that.
That's super. Wow. That's
Okay.
gross. Okay. Joe? Testing.
Very
Oh, yeah, there we
echoey.
go. Testing.
All right, faithful.
Not
I
echoey
cannot-
anymore.
I
Still
cannot hear
echoey
anything
a
at
little
all.
bit. Oh, that's what that button does. Can you still hear me? Testing. Can you hear me? Testing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. You're very echoey.
Can you? Well, it was echoey last night. Oh, there we go.
She's going to
Fixed
help
it.
start off with the seniors.
Can you hear me better
And then
now?
when she's off, then we'll have you go in the middle.
Not echoey?
I cannot hear
A
you.
little bit echoey,
But
but
I
it's
sound
fine.
better.
Why can't you hear me?
But I cannot hear you at all. To the
Testing.
faithful
Can
out
you hear
there,
me?
I can hear you great. Good evening and welcome, St. Albert sports fans, to senior night here on the Hill at Al Lieber Field. We've got good news and bad news. Good news, we have a broadcast tonight. We are live. Unfortunately, you will not have the Academy Award-winning video of one Mr. Brian Holder. Brian could not make it tonight, and so we will have our old-school video coverage, which we will start tonight with the seniors, and we are going to be joined pregame by Alexis Narmi, who will help give us some details on some of these seniors tonight. But we do need your help. If you will, shoot me a quick text. Let me know how we sound, which way we need to go. Be blunt, be honest, so that's better. We want to make the broadcast as good as possible for you, so let us know how it sounds, and we'll go from there. 402-639-0788. 402-639-0788. We believe that we will start tonight with the senior cheer team, followed by the senior Falcon football players, and then at halftime the senior dance, which I don't believe there are any, and then the senior band. So tonight we will start with the senior cheer. Grace Julian. Alexis, can you tell us a little bit about Grace Julian?
Grace Julian. Whoa, is that echoey to you?
Yes.
Let's get that fixed here before we move on.
Well, in the meantime, Grace is the daughter of the late Joe and Penny Julian. She has done cheer for 3 years, 1 year of tennis, and 4 years of bowling. She participates in choir, sound stations, musical, and play. And she plans to attend Iowa Western and study nursing. Grace Julian. Up next will be Brianna Kiley. Alexis, why don't you tell us a little bit about her?
Hopefully. Oh, there we go. Echo's
Boy,
gone.
you sound great.
Brianna is the daughter of Jeff and Susan Kiley. Brianna has 2 little brothers. She has done 4 years of cheer, 3 years of volleyball, and 2 years of tennis. She also participates in NHS and is one of the 5 seniors on student council. And she plans to study nursing at an undecided college. And if you're looking for her in the community, she works at Fairway.
There you go.
Up next is Madeline Myers. Madeline is the daughter of Withashina Scherer and Raymond Myers. Madeline has done 4 years of bowling and soccer, 3 years of theater, cheer, and NHS, and she is also a journalism member for the yearbook. She has also done 2 years of choir. And Madeline plans to double major in English and psychology. Next is Mackenzie Pearson. She is the daughter of Larry and Mary Pearson and Pamela Waldron. Mackenzie has done 2 years of cheer. She participates in robotics, musical, speech, NHS band, and choir. And Mackenzie plans to attend Simpson to study forensic science.
Oh, very exciting. And that's Coach Teresa McBride. She, as well as Coach Lisa Dunning, are the cheer sponsors and coaches. And now we will go to the senior football players.
Up first, senior Luke Anderson. Luke Anderson does not attend St. Albert, but attends Heartland Christian, who we co-op with for various sports. He is the son of Karen and Chris Anderson and has done 2 years of football. And after high school here, he plans to continue working on roofing and construction.
Very good. Luke Anderson, Heartland Christian.
Next is Sam Goobles. Sam is the son of Jay and Lisa Goobles. Sam has done 4 years of football, 2 years of golf, 1 year of track, and plans to study marine biology at an undecided college.
I like that. George Costanza. Seinfeld reference for you younger folks. Jay's done a fabulous job keeping stats on the St. Albert sidelines for years. Lisa volunteers all over the place. You can often find her in the St. Albert concession stand.
Up next, we have what I like to call the twin trips, the two boys of the triplets, David and John Helton, both son of John and Ann Helton. They both have done 4 years of football, wrestling, soccer, and 2 years of track. David plans to study business at an undecided college, and John plans to attend Iowa State to study kinesiology.
Kinesiology. Any idea where their sister's going to go?
She's looking at Kansas and Iowa State, I believe.
Okay, very good. That is President Rolling down there, wishing the seniors well, and that's going to be Cale Hobbs, Alexis.
Cale Hobbs is the son of Corey and Gene Hobbs. Cale has done, well, he'll do his 5th year of baseball coming up here this summer. He has done 4 years of football and 2 years of wrestling, and he plans to study ecology at an undecided university.
Great Falcon right there. Got the heart of a champion, undersized, but always gives his absolute best effort.
Next is Brendan Monahan. Brendan's the son of Sean and Tricia Monahan. Again, 5th year of baseball coming up this summer. He's also done 4 years of football, 3 years of track, 2 years of basketball. He has been an honor roll student all throughout high school and plans to major in business at an undecided college.
We heard there were a few Division I coaches on the Hill today talking to the other St. Albert coaches and teachers about Brendan Monahan. Might have a big offer coming here soon.
Next is senior Lena Roslanik being walked by Lisa and her younger brother Michael Roslanik. Her father is Mike. She has done 4 years of basketball and soccer and 1 year of volleyball and football. She participates in the Student Representative Council and the publication staff. And Lena is committed to Midland to play basketball and study athletic training.
Her dad is a lineman and is likely out of town, possibly in Florida, working on the lines.
Next is Gavin Somerville, son of Jamie Somerville and Tara Somerville. Gavin's done 3 years of baseball, 2 years of golf, 1 year of football, basketball, and track. Gavin is a honor roll student all throughout high school and is also a member of the National Honor Society. Gavin plans to study engineering or construction management at an undecided university.
Dad's in construction, might follow his path. Mom, former St. Albert counselor, and just a wonderful St. Albert family. We will have the St. Albert Band seniors at the half, as well as the St. Albert dance team. And now we'll have Father Max with tonight's pregame prayer. We will, of course, have the St. Albert cross-country team also at the half. And now we'll have members of the St. Albert cheer team sing our national anthem. Alexis, who are those again?
Brianna Kiley, Grace Julian, Mackenzie Pearson, and Madeline Myers, the 4 cheer seniors.
Good evening and welcome again, St. Albert sports fans, to senior night here on the Hill as your St. Albert Falcons will take on the Vikings from Ahstw. The Vikings come in undefeated on the year, ranked number 4 in the state, and a tough battle for the Falcons here tonight. But, Matt, they got a chance, and if you got a chance, you might even have a chance at the playoffs.
Absolutely. They don't play the game on paper. On paper, it looks like it is a stout challenge, but we're going to play it out here. Missing, some folks, and people are banged up this time of year. But it's senior night, and that's what you want. Hey, senior night worked out pretty well for the Saints last night, playing a stout Atlantic Trojans volleyball team, so maybe the tone's been set.
Well, and the cross-country teams are also impressive with the Hawkeye 10 meet won by Glenwood for the 3rd year in a row. The Falcons, by far the youngest school in the conference, or smallest school in the conference. Matt, I thought fared very well and have a pretty good chance next week.
It'll be fun when the district meet rolls around. So, hey, I thought Alexis did a great job talking about the seniors. It's kind of fun just to watch. I might be searching for a new role here, Charlie. I'm just putting that out there.
Are you leaving me?
I don't know if anybody out there, we were talking about this before, was watching Welcome to Wrexham, the football club team in Wales. It's kind of a couple American movie stars bought. And this week's episode that I watched was about guys having a bromance. So, Charlie, I don't know. I don't know if that described. Not for us to say.
I love it. Well, we've got a little bromance with the Friday nights and Falcon football. Crisp, cool weather tonight. Our good friend, I say it respectfully, he used to always say it. He has more chins than I do. The great Harley McCoy used to call this fat man football weather. And, yes, it is. 55 degrees here at the kickoff, on our way down to about 45. Wind coming out of the north, not nearly as severe as earlier today. But if you like crisp, cool fall football, Matt, this is it.
This is the time of year. It's fun. And, potentially there's a extremely outside chance, and I can't do that much math, but this generally looks like it could be the Falcons' final game, but there's a real outside chance they could play a little more football if a lot of things fall into place tonight, starting with the win here.
Yes, Falcons need a win. If you want a chance at the playoffs, they're going to take 4 from the district. If you want a chance, you must win tonight. Then you need some help.
Right.
And so we'll just have to see how that goes. The Falcons will be without several key starters tonight, of course. The sensation, Brendan Monahan, will not play, lost for the season in the 4th game of the year. Cale Hobbs also not in uniform tonight. David Helton not in uniform. And maybe possibly one other. So Falcons have a test in front of it, Matt. Starting quarterback, Owen Marshall, sophomore, has really improved throughout the year. He started fine, but has just gotten better and better every week. And if the Falcons have a chance tonight, he'll have to play well.
Right. When one person goes out, 2 or 3 have to pick up to fill in. And Owen's been able to do some of that, being one of those others who helped to lift, including Sam Goebbels has picked up the ball-carrying duties anyway, and other folks have had to on defense. So it's been fun to watch Owen's development.
Going to need the big dogs up front to play well. AHSTW has plenty of them. Falcons will start a freshman on both sides of the ball tonight, and Sawyer Sheffield. And we also anticipate a few other youngsters playing tonight. But tonight is about the seniors, and we'll try and profile them the best we can. If you are one of our friends from Avoca, Hancock, Shelby, Tennant, or Walnut.
Totally true.
Very impressive, don't you think? Don't make me do MAVACOU. But if you're one of our friends from out that way, thank you for joining us tonight. We are homers. It is StAlbertSportsFan.com. If you're looking for a nonpartisan broadcast, our friends from KJAN TV are here tonight. Audio, KNOD, on the stream tonight if you're out in the field and just can listen in, KNOD. St. Albert Sports Fan, Matt Madsen, Charlie Narmy, Alexis Narmy, and we are happy to bring you tonight's broadcast. The home finale, one way or the other.
Yeah, it's been a fun season. It's started out, we can do a quick recap here, but the Falcons had a close game, a chance to win against a pretty good trainer team to begin the season, picked up a win the next season, or the next week out in Riverside, and 1-1, could have been 2-0, and then things start to get a little more difficult. Injuries started to hit, but then had a feel-good week last week. We're able to do a lot of things offensively well down in Sydney. So now I think we'll just get to see where it goes from here.
There goes a couple of Heltons. Yeah. Luke Anderson and number 74, Cohen Hamilton, out there tonight, bringing one of the young guys out there tonight.
probably a kid has done well in practice and been a leader or something like that, and the coaches said, "You're captain tonight, kid."
Well, and he's also a St. Albert sports fan, March Madness champion.
Oh, man.
As well.
So he's a freshman. He's done that. And it makes me wonder what I've done with my life. I did finish second one year.
Very impressive.
Here you go.
So AHSTW will kick off. Once again, Brian Holder not able to make it tonight, so the video quality will not be as good. We are just telling you that up front, but we will do the best we can. And we will see what happens here. I won't be doing the play-by-play quite as well tonight. Not that it's ever good, Matt. But tonight will be a little bit more about the camera. And we'll just do the best we can.
The best we can. Maybe we'll get some of the numbers recorded. Maybe not. I'll cede or give back my Mad Statter name for one night anyway. And we'll keep in general track of how things are going.
No slight to the Vikings from AHSTW. Yeah. We've said all year Underwood we thought was the best team that we would see all year. AHSTW likely the second best team. This is a possible dome team, possible finalist team. They're the real deal, ranked 4th in the state. They run it, throw it equally well, and this is not a one-hit wonder. They've had this baby rolling out there for a dozen years, and they look just as stout this year.
And the difference could be, Charlie, Underwood is are they 2A or are they 1A team?
A little bit bigger.
They're 2A.
How's that?
Yeah, more enrollment at Underwood.
Caden Baxter to kick. And this will be Goobles to return it. And a little running room. Yeah. Goobles still on his feet. 35-40, 45. Goobles going to be brought down at midfield. A great start for the Falcons. You know, Matt, as you know, special teams are very difficult to game plan when you're healthy, let alone when you've got several different subs out there. So good start for the Falcons.
Yeah, ball will be marked right at midfield. And as we've talked about many years, especially on a kickoff, if it's in the vicinity, it's going to land on the yard line.
You nailed that dead on. Ball lands right at the 50 magically. And the Falcon offense will come out. Marshall's going to take a little turf, rub it on, get the hand a little dirty, and here we go. Ready for football, little pistol formation. One back offset up top, one down below. Receivers offset. They'll put Helton in motion. Might have been some movement up front. Not going to call it. This is Goobles on the ground. Gain of about 3. Going to call it 2 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 8. First play of the game.
Yeah, nice job. Just run something, get everybody used to smashing into somebody.
Yep.
And a good clean handoff. You're used to handling the ball, handing off the ball. Makes Marshall comes to the sideline and get to play himself.
Earlham-like.
Yes.
Earlham does that.
Yeah. Seemed like a short walk. Where I guess they're right in the center of the field, but kind of
might tell you the Falcons don't have many subs tonight, and therefore want to keep everyone as fresh as possible. Traditional I formation might have movement up front. Here's Tossuk down to the bottom. And might have been a possible horse collar, but I think he laid off. Good clean tackle. Right. Going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, the defender that time had a hold of him. I think that was number 4 on the tackle that time. Luke Sternberg. We'll hear a lot about him tonight on offense as a running back. But started to grab around that the back of the collar of the open collar shirt, but slid right off right away. He slid off. So 3rd and 10 now. Falcons will have to decide. A little bit of wind that they have is behind them. So far the AHSCW hasn't put on a big rush, but that could change if they sense a passing down.
Twin receivers up top. They'll slide it back out. And here is the throw up top. Not much doing. AHSTW had that game plan quite well. Going to bring up 4th and 12, and the Falcons will be forced to punt.
It was Holiday on the reception that time on the pass from Marshall.
Again, if you have scores out there, things of interest that you think we should know about, make sure you let us know. Here's the phone number, 402-639-0788. 402-639-0788. Good snap. Kick is off.
That's Holiday kicking that time instead of Luke Anderson. Ball's going to die right at the 25, is it?
Parker Heisterkamp involved in some action down towards the bottom of the field. And Parker ran on the Hawkeye 10 meet yesterday for the Falcons, scored for the Falcons, and appears to have made the varsity for the district meet next week.
Terrific.
Falcons already banged up. Going to cart a guy off. That's Matt Holiday.
Who just caught a pass and kicked a punt. So somebody who's already involved. Jumping back to Parker Heisterkamp for a minute. A lot of fight in that dog.
Yes, well said.
Not a big football-sized kid, but football-sized heart.
Short shotgun formation. And here is the give over off right-hand side. Big hole. Good downfield
Sternberg.
block. Sternberg still on his feet. Sternberg has room. Sternberg going to take it all the way down to the 6-yard line. Shows you how dangerous the Vikings are. Good blocking up front. Really good blocking downfield by the receivers. And it's 1st and goal for the Vikings with 9:30 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Sam Goebbels was the only thing that stood between Sternberg and a touchdown. And, he's probably the next fastest guy we have in the open field probably the fastest now that our friend Brendan Monahan's been injured. But, yeah, that's who it took to catch him. It took him quite a few yards, 69 yards on the carry.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers up top, 1 down below. And they're going to throw the football. Man's open, but the ball is overthrown. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Matt, reminiscent of the Falcons of the last 25 years, you probably have the feeling you can run the football well. Let's work on a little passing situation down here.
Right. It's hard. You can't beat live game reps. We're going to hear a lot about quarterback 14, Kyle Sternberg, tonight. He's 63 for 102 passes this season for 1,100 yards and 16 touchdowns, no interceptions. Maybe that's a Falcon goal to get an INT tonight.
Give to the halfback over off left-hand side. Good defense by the Falcons. And he'll be short of the goal line. Going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4. 2 plays, no yards for the Vikings. Volleyball team played really well last night in a 5-set come-from-behind victory. Led in sets 1 and 2, but lost both and came back and won it 3-2.
Yeah, Atlantic's a stout team, a lot of tall players. Had recently won the Tri-Center tournament a couple Saturdays before. Have been playing pretty well.
Shotgun formation, brothers in the backfield, twin receivers down below. And here is the throw by Sternberg, and that ball is going to be caught in the end zone for the touchdown, number 9 on the reception for the Vikings. And it's 6-0 AHSTW with 8:19 to go here in the first quarter.
That is Nick Denning on the catch. He has his fifth touchdown catch of the year. Can't talk, 180 yards now in receptions.
Probably those barbecue sandwiches.
Those were terrific.
Matt
yes,
Christensen, thank you.
I was hoping you were going to bring that up.
St. Albert Ad Matt Christensen prepared 100 pounds of barbecue meat tonight, and it was fantastic. Kick is up, and it is good. Makes it 7-0 with 8:19 to go here in the first. Again, if you've got scores, you have news, let us know. It's easier for you to tell us, text us, than us to look it up. 402-639-0788. And here is the Mad Statter with your scoring drive.
Well, that drive started at the 25-yard line of AHSTW, and the big and decisive play was a 69-yard run on the first handoff by Luke Sternberg. A couple plays later, Nick Denning was in the right flat to catch a pass from Kyle Sternberg for 4 yards to make it 7-0. And then the point after touchdown was good by Caden Baxter. He's 28 of 34 on the year, kicking PATs.
As you can see, it is pink out tonight for senior night. Thoughts and prayers with everyone in the battle. You know, Matt Creighton, they have you write a name of somebody out there. I think if I had to throw somebody out there, I'd mention him again. Harley McCoy, St. Albert dad, never had a son, but did miss a Falcon football game for it seemed like about 40 years. And just his type of weather.
Speaking of, you mentioned Creighton earlier. I can't remember if I came with. So tonight, big match tonight. Probably already started in Omaha.
Marquette, right?
Creighton. I gave away my tickets to be here. To Creighton's hosting number 21. Creighton hosting number 16 Marquette. Both teams undefeated in Big East volleyball.
Creighton will be back at home on Sunday to play Butler, I believe.
That sounds right. I'll be there.
Goebel is going to be tossed down hard, hit from both sides. Nebraska hosting Penn State tonight, 7:30 on the Big Ten Network, but we know you'll be watching us.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, you hear this all the time. You've said it for years. If you haven't been over to Sokol to watch the Blue Jays play volleyball, you need to.
It's a nice arena. Seats about 2,500 people. It's not overwhelming. It's just the right size, and it gets noisy in there, and it's a lot of fun. The coach Booth puts out a terrific program. You can identify with the players. It's done well, done right.
Falcons go shotgun, and they'll ex-nay that. They'll put Goobles back behind Marshall. And here is the Goobles over off left-hand side. Ball's on the ground.
Potentially a Falcon fell on it.
Yes.
They didn't throw the beanbag, and he's signaling the new down.
Goobles got it back himself. Well done, young man. All right, we're going to let you guys in on a little secret. This is an apparel, and this is how you write a pregame story. You kind of start, you write the game story. You kind of start writing it throughout because they've got deadlines.
Yes, and they're stepped up because they go to press before the Omaha paper does. So Omaha can get later results in.
Okay.
Printed in the same place.
Well, and the gentleman at work, his son played for Millard West, and they played Lincoln, one of the Lincoln schools last night. Not in the paper. So he was a little disappointed by that. But I formation, one man in motion. And here is give it to Goobles once again.
It's like a first down.
Seen a little action up front. There is a flag down in the backfield.
Ooh, yeah, that's not a good sign.
Needed 2, got about 5. It'll be on the Falcons. It'll push them back, negate the first down. No text messages just yet, but I'm sure the faithful are out there listening tonight.
Oh, most certainly.
Scoreboard goes off, but not for us. Alexis has the timeout, too. That's kind of nice.
Maybe people are home making applesauce. We have fresh applesauce in my house. Kathleen made up.
Really?
She got a giant box of windfall apples, and someone left on our doorstep, a friend, and it is now applesauce after a little time in the crock pot.
I always wondered how you make it.
Yeah. Chop them up, slice them up, bunch of sugar, bunch of water, I guess. I don't. You're asking the totally wrong guy. It tastes great, I can say that.
You think of it more of as apple season or pumpkin season?
Apple for me. Thanksgiving is pumpkin season to me.
Okay. Marshall's going to roll it down towards the bottom. Going to keep it himself. And Marshall is popped near the sideline. Good clean hit.
Yep.
But a good run by Marshall.
Out to the 30-yard line.
And it'll be 3rd and about 4 for the Falcons. Good hard run. That play takes courage. You're running out to your left. Very difficult to throw the ball that way. You know you're going to get popped. And a good gain there and good work by Marshall to hang on to the football. Going to bring up 3rd and almost 5.
And while he's at the sideline, he gets to play from Coach C.J. Gradeville and gets pushed back on the field. I guess he was already over there. Marshall not playing defense, I don't believe, so he won't have to run in and out or stay on the field.
Falcons with a lot of motion in the backfield, and they'll shift to an I formation. Twin receivers down below. Anderson's the tight end up top. Here's the give over off right-hand side. Not much doing, and it's going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Falcons with 6:56 to go here in the first quarter. Matt, you can tell a little bit of the game plan here. Run the clock as much as possible.
Sure.
Keep it low scoring. Give yourself a chance.
Is this Holiday again, Charlie, to
I'll buy that.
punt the ball?
Yeah,
Does not look long and rangy like Luke Anderson
Yes.
looks. Holiday was hobbled off last time, but he may be out there again to kick. Rub some dirt on whatever it was ailing him.
Pretty good snap. Ball almost blocked, but it's not, and it's going to be fair caught right near midfield about the 48, 49-yard line. And a little extra action deep in the play, but no penalty called, so we won't call it out either. Cheer and football seniors recognized before the game. At halftime, we'll have band and the cross-country teams, no dance seniors. But make sure you stick around for the half.
Yeah, we'll talk about them. You and Alexis did a nice job talking about the football and the cheer seniors. And at some point we'll talk about what the Saints volleyball postseason holds.
There you go. Trips up top, one receiver down below. Sternberg's in the backfield, brothers. And here is the throw up top. And good defense there by the Falcons. Gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it, well, maybe 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
I think that was John Helton or Tony Bush on the tackle. I guess.
Yes.
5 and 6
Let's
look
go with
alike.
both.
I can't tell.
It is. You are correct.
5 or 6.
I like the traditional uniforms that we're back to, but the numbers in the back not always easy to see. As the ball is dead center. The millions at home, thank you for that. 2nd and about 6. Give up the middle. Good spin move over off right-hand side.
Flag.
And the Falcons cannot make the tackle, but as Matt said, there is a flag down on the play. And that looked like a horse collar, but maybe from the side, Matt, we'll have to see.
I don't think. I think what that was the running back, Sternberg, put his arm out to kind of stiff arm him, and then he tackled the arm. He pulled him down by that arm, not the collar.
There you go. So it'll be a hold on the Vikings. We'll push them back. So not an overly clean game thus far.
I noticed, Charlie, tonight most teams are out here at 1 hour before the skill guys can come out.
Yes.
With 60 minutes on the clock, and then at 45, I think the other. No one was out here very early tonight.
You are correct.
I think teams, it's a long season. They've got plenty of practice in. They know what they're doing. They have their pregame routines pretty well set. So teams were not out here early. So maybe they're a little more rusty to start this game. That's my working theory.
Well, and not cold tonight, but really the first cool, crisp football night.
Right.
We did have a freeze last week, but tonight really the first cold one. Probably didn't want to get the guys out too early. Shotgun formation, and Sternberg's going to keep it himself, and almost tackle by the Falcons, but he will eventually be brought down by Goebbels and Hobbs, it looks like. If you don't have the Varsity Bound app, you need it.
Yeah.
And then make sure you follow St. Albert, and then every time you open the app, that season's current sports going on, they pull up for you. And you can go there, you can click, and you can see the rosters for both teams. So you might want that handy at home, the Varsity Bound app, and then just follow St. Albert, and it's pretty easy to figure out from there. Shotgun formation. They're going to run option right. Might have been a push in the back, but a really nice tackle there. That is Helton. Looked like a double leg takedown for the state qualifying wrestler. And that's going to bring up 4th and a punt for the Vikings. Really good confidence builder for the Falcons.
That was nice.
4:20 to go here in the first quarter. Back deep for the Falcons will be Goebbels. He'll stand at his own 15-yard line. Good respect for the kicking leg.
I doubt we'll see a fake, but it's not out of the realm. Talk about teams working on things, potentially working on passing. This could be a situation where maybe they take a look. If they see a key or an indicator that St. Albert's.
Falcons look like they're coming with some heat. And that ball nearly blocked, but it's not. Didn't matter, though, because that ball went out of bounds about the 36-yard line as they step it off.
All right.
Okay, we'll take it.
We'll take it. I think C.J. Gradeville, coach there on the sideline, was pointing out to the official about here's where it went out, and then where he marked it, we gained about 2 or 3 yards. So C.J. was modest in his ask.
Now asking Marshall to lead the Falcons to a first down, hopefully their first of the evening. 3:47 to go here in the first quarter. A few folks around the state might be a little surprised. This game's 7-0 right now. Falcons need a little spark without several starters tonight. Twin receivers each side. Offset back in the backfield as Marshall now goes shotgun. Again, Brian Holder with a night off tonight. The Falcons will have a penalty flag here, and that's going to make it 1st and 15. Faked out their own guys.
Yep. Maybe the light got in his eyes.
Ooh, here we go. We've got our first texture of the night.
Right.
An old faithful here.
Yes.
Tim and Lynn Vogel checking in from North Phoenix. Roasted chicken and homemade gravy tonight.
Homemade gravy. All right.
We go on white or brown gravy?
With chicken, white gravy.
Okay.
Well, Tim, it's nice of you to make gravy. I'm sure Lynn was grateful that you're in the kitchen slaving away all day.
Wettengale goes up top, a bunch of guys in the backfield. And here is the give off left guard, and this is Goebbels. Runs hard. He's shifty, but that was power straight ahead.
Right.
They'll get back to 5, going to bring up 2nd and 10. Brother-in-law Justin Nelson checking in tonight.
Right.
And Justin is one of those saints in the Army family. The other one would be Sally.
Sally
Narmy.
has to be Sally.
So we're very thankful to them.
And don't forget your
I was
Melissa.
going to say that. That's kind of, yeah.
That's a given.
Now look at that. The Falcons are going to put one guy 6 yards deep, and now we're really going to shift things around.
Trying to change some looks to make up for a couple holes.
I like it. And now here's Goebbels off right-hand side. Good blocking.
Yeah.
Look at Bush. I love seeing fullbacks block. Good lead out there by Tony Bush. And good blocking up front by the big boys. And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, so they went from 1st and 15 now to a pretty makeable, potentially, 3rd and 3.
And tick, tick, tick. Clock continues to roll. Good thing for the Falcons tonight. Want to keep it low scoring, want to keep it close.
Well, that stop was nice. I mean, you got a team that had the ball at midfield and able to get a stop.
Yes.
The holding penalty helped, but still, they did ripped off a 69-yard run last time.
Jackson Little moved a tight end up top. Now they'll put Helton in motion. And here is the give off left-hand side. AHST saw that coming too.
Yep.
And that's going to bring up 4th and about 2.
Caden Baxter, one of the guys on the tackle, and Sam's going to have to come off. His helmet came off, so he's coming off. Hopefully they'll have somebody to fill his spot on the punt team. Or
might go for
if there's a
man.
punt, I'm not seeing the punting unit on the field.
Either two schools of thought here.
Yeah.
1, nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Or 2, you got to figure the Vikings are going to put up a bunch of points. You're going to have to score some yourself.
I'm thinking we're going to call a timeout and talk about it. I think our time's wasting away here. Luke Anderson does come on.
Going to roll the clock. Matt, you might be onto something here. The Falcons taking their time coming out of the huddle.
Coach is standing right next to the line judge. Hasn't made us an indication yet. But
Falcons need to get to the 48-yard line. Falcons possibly trying to draw them off. They won't. Now, as Matt called it 30 seconds ago, the Falcons will take a timeout. With 1:54 to go here in the first quarter, it's AHSTW 7, the Falcons 0. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors on the website. Owner Joe Narmy has to pay various fees to keep the site going, server fees, things like that, camera fee, new computer, things like that. Not possible without the fine sponsors on this website. You can go to click on their ad, frequent their business, and make sure you tell them that St. Albert Sports Fans sent you.
Absolutely. Yeah, fun quarter so far, really. I mean, the Falcons have done just what you mentioned they would like to do, is keep the ball out of the hands of AHSTW, and the one-stop help. And so they can continue that.
So there's how Tim Vogel's going to tell us how the gravy's made. This is how the sausage is made behind the scenes. This is KJAN TV. So if you're a Viking fan, you can go to KJAN TV if you want a nonpartisan broadcast. A little how the
Oh, I bet it's a little partisan.
I bet you're right on that.
I'm not picking on them.
And
I'm just
I don't
saying,
blame them.
Why wouldn't they be? Yeah.
Lynn makes the gravy.
I kind of thought that.
As good as Mom's,
Okay.
except Lynn can't get the lumps like Mom used to.
Yeah. Good call, Tim.
4th and about 2. A bunch of guys in the backfield. And now here is the give
First
up the
down.
middle. Falcon first down. Nice work there by Goebbels. So you call the timeout, which allows him to come back in the game.
Right.
Gets a little pat on the head there from Matt Holliday. Holliday, a great teammate. And the Falcons move the chains and keep the clock rolling late here in the first. And, of course, we have Matt Sheffield checking in.
Right.
Matt's one of those, he's kind of like an old-school Husker fan. He likes to be at the game and have the broadcast in his ear at the time. Marshall going to roll out up top, and this ball is going to be caught. It looks like Helton gained about 5 on the play.
The illegal shift is going to bring that back, however. Flag on the Falcons.
A little too cute for their own good, are the Falcons.
Yeah, Matt Sheffield made a First appearance at Field Crew this week.
Okay.
So it's good to see Matt. He's just had conflicts many other nights, so we're glad that it worked out to see him. We had a little bit of machine issues, so we couldn't. Our capacity was diminished a little bit, but we got stuff done. But
the spirit was willing, but the machinery was not. Heard you had a good crowd.
We'll get that fixed before. I had to leave a little early. Then I came back for a little bit of fellowship.
You can see no stands over there. Guys got those down per insurance request earlier this year.
Well, like earlier last decade, but yeah, but they are down.
You school must have got the memo. Oh, this is not a suggestion.
Yeah, right.
Helton down below. One man in the backfield. Twin tights. And here is a little counter give over off left-hand side, but he cannot cut it back to the right, Goobles. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 16 now after the penalty.
Well, I don't want to summarize something before it's finished, Charlie, but this is a nice drive by the Falcons. Now, it sounds weird. We got the ball on our 34 or something like that, and we've only moved it about 10 yards. We picked up a first down. We got a first down after having a penalty and ran 3 plays, and we haven't completed a pass yet, but ran some plays and made a 4th down, and the clock just continued to run the entire time. So this is, this is a chess match. You're moving the pawns. You're not moving out the big guns yet.
You can tell the guys in the locker room all you want. We've got a chance here, but it's a little harder to believe it. But if it's 7-0 at the end of the first, as there's a flag down, that might be a delay of game.
Or there might be 12 guys on. Well, not sure what the.
Yeah,
it was delay.
And so the Falcons drew it down as best they could. 5 seconds left here in the quarter. And so now it'll bring up 2nd and 20. Last play of the quarter coming up. Big slate of college football tomorrow.
The best thing that's happening tomorrow?
Do tell.
The Hawkeyes have the day off.
Oh, amen, brother. Don't have to watch that offense. Talking with a gentleman up here in the press box earlier. Gentleman might be a loose term. And we're both Bears fans as well. Been a tough fall. Marshall going to roll out left, and now he'll dump it down below. That pass is going to be incomplete. Tough ask for any quarterback, let alone a sophomore, to roll out left and throw that football. But now it'll bring up 3rd and 21 as we end the first quarter of football. Your St. Albert Falcons at 0, the AHSTW Vikings 7. Matt, tell us a little bit about the Saints and their postseason volleyball brackets.
They are on the road Monday in Logan, at Logan Magnolia, to play the Panthers. Saints, it's a single, just one match at 7 p.m., so Saints will play then. Should they happen to win, they will travel to Riverside on Wednesday, the 19th. So, on paper, again, we can talk about games. You don't play them on paper. The Saints really probably have a good chance to win that first one, but they could sure use support to help them get over the top against the Panthers of Logan Magnolia. Then they'll go out and face a tough Riverside team with a terrific record. And I've not seen them play this year, but they've won some impressive games. So it'll be kind of fun out there at Riverside on Wednesday if they get there. But first, show up Monday. Go support the Saints in Logan.
For those new in the club here, Matt does a lot of volleyball officiating in the fall, so he's seen quite a few teams, has a pretty good feel of what's going on. Matt agreed last night was a pretty impressive victory. I
refereed out on the road last night. I was able to watch the last 2 sets on my phone on the way home on SportsFan on the YouTube. It was fantastic to watch.
Terry Miller did a fantastic job as always. Alexis Narman.
My audio didn't work. I couldn't get.
Really?
I was really disappointed.
Gonna have to talk to our producer about that.
Yeah.
Falcons had a man open, but he's just overthrown. Good route, great pattern, and it's going to bring up 4th and a punt for the Falcons.
Yeah, that could have been. I made a mistake earlier. I said we had not completed a pass. We had, but it was for a -2 yards. So, a bit better off not completing that one.
It's kind of like the Hawkeye offense. We'll just forget about that. So this will be Holiday to punt once again. Matt Holiday, 5'9", 180-pound junior. And the Vikings will stand at their own 35-yard line. Falcons have had issues with snaps this year. Here's another good one.
Yeah.
And the punt is off and will be down, excuse the camera work, about the 28, 27-yard line. And now need that Falcon defense to step up once again. again, if you don't have it, get the Varsity Bound app. Follow St. Albert. Pretty easy from there, and you can find the St. Albert roster. We're in tight quarters tonight. We've got radio, us, KJN TV, KNOD Radio, as I said, Nonpareil, and our producer Alexis next to us. So Matt's kind of standing behind. I'm working some camera. Tough to get all the numbers out to you, but want to recognize all these young men.
We'll talk about the seniors a little bit more as the game wears on.
One back down below. One guy not sure where he's going, but shotgun formation. And here is the give over off right-hand side. Good stop in there by that Falcon interior. 52 in on the tackle for the Falcons, as well as 63. And Jaden Beckman out there as well. So in the stop for the Falcons, Gavin Somerville, the senior. And we don't have a 63 in our program. That might be Brandon McCall. 57 is Sawyer Sheffield. And, of course, as I said, my daughter goes in the Oh, thank you, dear. Shotgun formation. And here is the throw over the middle. Going to have enough for the first down, I think. Really close, but likely has it.
And we don't measure in high school, in essence.
Not much.
Lund on the catch.
We're going to eyeball it here. Take a step back.
No, yard short.
Oh, look at yeah, there you go. I thought, they're going to give the chain gang their time to shine, as Matt called it once again. Now we're going to eyeball this, baby. Move those chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings, 11:05 to go here in the first half.
And in fairness, Charlie, that's the default response. Look at it. If it's close, it's a first down. And so all teams get the benefit of that. It's not slanted in any way.
Yep. Well, and to be candid, if this was a playoff game, they might bring the sticks out. Here's the give over off left-hand side. Here's Sternberg once again. Look at Sternberg go. Can the Falcons run him down?
Parker Heiskamp's trying to catch him.
Great effort there by Heisterkamp. Just not enough as the Vikings score from 63 yards out. Makes it 13-0 with 10:38 to go here in the half. Possible back-breaking play for the Falcons, who had played so well but have given up 2 big plays tonight, and they are both costly.
Had it been a 2-mile race, I had my money on Parker Heisterkamp.
Yes.
A 63-yard run, that's probably not going to be won, but will be won by Sternberg.
So we said Parker ran for the Falcon cross-country team last night. And it's great to see multi-sport athletes on the hill. Great to see coaches working together. So good work by both sides.
This is Caden Baxter on the kick.
Falcons nearly block it, but they don't. Kick is good. Makes it 14-0.
You win it. That's what I know.
I'm going to ask you a question.
All right.
Give you a little time to think about
Sure.
it. How many counties does AHSTW encompass?
All right.
Give you a little time to think about that for the millions at home. That's your trivia question.
Right.
Your Student Enterprises. How about that? They're a sponsor.
All right, there we go.
Student Enterprises trivia question. How many counties does AHSTW encompass?
They're going to be asking for their money back if they found out they're sponsoring that. If they're what?
10:30 to go here in the first half. 14-0. Falcons will split Goebbels and Wettengale down below. Anderson and Helton up top. And Bush looks like the halfback back with Marshall. And here's the pass.
Ooh, nearly.
That ball is
yeah,
nearly intercepted. Little out pattern there. Wouldn't mind seeing Goebbels or Helton on a little slant pass, maybe. Maybe a little tight end dump to Anderson. Matt, I like the motion so far by the Falcons. Got to mix it up a little bit, make it a little more unpredictable.
You know, I think that's fourth, maybe fifth pass. I'm just missing a little bit tonight, but so far, no sacks.
It's good stuff there. I want to thank Brian Hamilton Security tonight for the game, standing at the 50. And here's a nice run here by Goebbels. Good blocking up front by the big boys. Nice hole, good gain, and a Falcon first down.
Good shifty run by Sam that time.
Move those chains. I want to thank the Noons and the Crones over there once again. Of course, the Noons, big Philly fans.
Yeah, I know.
Big Philly fans.
Yeah, they were beating the Braves again tonight when it came up.
Well, don't worry. They took care of my Cardinals last weekend. The Uppersons, great sponsors. They're big Braves fans.
Good for them. Yeah, that's right. I know Phil is for sure. Oh,
Here's a little activity, a little false start by the Falcons. A little anxious to get going.
Third penalty on the Falcons, 15 yards each for 5.
Again, Falcons without several starters tonight, playing a bunch of young guys out there as well. Falcons need a victory for any shot at the playoffs. If not, might have a little something cooking next week. We'll have to see. No confirmation on that just yet.
I'm not an expert. Should the clock be running? Didn't we get a first down rushing?
I think you're right,
And
Matt.
then the penalty doesn't stop the clock. Oh, well.
Cold feet in the stands are saying the same thing.
There's a man open. Yes.
Looks like Helton. Helton's still on his feet. Helton is going to be pushed
out
of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Beautiful throw by Owen Marshall to John Helton, the senior. And it's first and goal for the Falcons at the 5.
61 yards on that pass play.
Well-designed play. Beautiful ball. Good catch and run. And the Falcons are in business deep in Viking territory. 9:37 to go here in the first half.
I redid the math. 58, they marked at the 5, not the 2, so.
We would have never known.
I know. Full disclosure, I'm going to get one right per night. Now I'm done. Now people will trust me the rest of the night if I.
Bunch backfield by the Falcons. Here's Goebbels. Going to be close, but going to be short by about a yard, it looks like. Going to bring up second and goal from the 1 in what is sure to be 4-down territory. And there is Marshall over to Gradeville. Get the play call. Gradeville taking over offensive coordinator duties here recently. 9:12 to go here in the first half.
So Falcons able to make up a penalty on that drive. So a couple of those penalties, they've been able to get first downs thereafter.
Anderson down below. Now they'll say, yeah, just go there. And here's Helton. We're going to put him in motion. One man in the backfield. Now we're going to split a man out wide. A lot going on. Too much for the Falcon coaching staff. I think they're going to wisely take a timeout. Going to have a little time to think about it. Matt, you probably know volleyball this weekend.
I work the Lewis Central tournament tomorrow. So I'll be a lot of good. The Saints are not there, but
do the big schools start postseason play this week? Is that why they're having the tournament?
I think just schools want a chance to practice. Lewis Central traditionally has their tournament that weekend, the Saturday before postseason. For Monday and Wednesday, the smaller schools, the Class 1A and 2A and 3A schools play. And then on Tuesday and Thursday next week, the 4A and 5A. So
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln, for example, is 5A. They play on Thursday. Lewis Central hosts the match on Thursday, a 4A school. Glenwood hosts the match on Tuesday, also a 4A school. So some of the larger schools on Monday and Wednesday are the smaller schools.
Okay.
So just those 4 nights this week for them, and then tournament play restarts on Monday the 24th and through the next 4 days to determine who goes to the state tournament starting on Halloween in Coralville, Iowa.
Oh, I like it. There's Mike Noon, Fritz Crone, and the chain gang. 2nd and goal. Falcons are going to put a bunch of guys in motion down at the bottom of your screen. Bush in the backfield with Marshall. Quarterback keeper. Bush is going to push him in. And it's no call from the top, but it's a touchdown by the bottom official.
All right.
Matt, it doesn't have to be complicated all the time. Make
Yeah.
it simple. The Falcons take Marshall, push him from behind with Bush. And now we're going to double check it.
Well, they're lined up for the extra point. They moved the ball back to the,
There we
to
go.
the 3. We just painted that stripe there Wednesday, so I know it's I know it's accurate. Well, yeah,
Fairly accurate.
Generally, it's between the sidelines and between the goal line and the 5. Let's say that.
And this will be Kyle Irwin. McCall is 53. Cole Peckney is 17. He'll hold for you. And here's Irwin's kick. It's up, and it's right down the pipe. It's good. Falcons in the ball game. 14-7 with 8:44 to go here in the first half. And here is the Mad Statter.
Yeah, so that drive started at the Falcon 30-yard line. The big play, of course, was the 58-yard completion from Owen Marshall to John Helton down the left sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 5. A couple of tough running plays, one by Goebbels, and then that big push at the end by Marshall, and then pushed in by Bush across the goal line for the score. And then the PAT by Irwin makes it 7 for the Falcons, trailing by 1 touchdown to AHSTW. A 70-yard touchdown drive.
Coach Joe Kennebeck down there, a graduate from a few years ago.
1973, I can tell you the year.
Loyal St. Patrick's 5 o'clocker. Matt, speaking of Saturday night mass, those hitting the 4 o'clock at Corpus Christi, 4 o'clock at St. Pete's, they can make it on time to the 2002 class reunion tomorrow night down at Tish's. Here, the cocktail hour starts at 5:30, dinner at 6:30.
Class of 2002 having 20 years. That's good for them. They think it makes them feel old, but then like those of us like a couple decades before that, it's all relative, but good for them. 20 years, glad they're getting together.
Yeah.
Hope they have a great time.
So that's tomorrow night at Tish's. So if you know of anybody in the 2002 class or maybe even a class below or behind, they might want to stop by later and have a refreshment with their former classmates. Tomorrow night, Tish's, class of 2002. Steve and Kathy. Steve, a St. Albert grad.
Yes.
Longtime Council Bluffs supporters.
Right.
Just been wonderful in the community for 40 years. Kyle Irwin will be set to kick. And for the millions at home wondering, that was Ellen Army's homecoming date.
That's right. I've heard that before.
And here is the return up to about the 45-yard line, brought down awkwardly. Holiday in on the tackle, as well as Hobbs.
Cole Scheffler on the return.
That was Cole Hobbs, not Cale Hobbs. Cale out tonight. Be 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 44-yard line. Falcons putting up great fight here on senior night. Again, in need of a victory for any chance at the playoffs. Undefeated Viking team coming to town. Which counties? We're still not sure. We'll have that. Well, I don't even know the answer, Matt. Sound like a fun trivia question.
I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm pretty sure you do, too. Give over off right-hand side, cut back center. Sternberg still on his feet. Sternberg going to take it to the house.
Luke Wettengale unable to catch him at the end. No, is there a flag? There's a flag at the 44-yard line.
We're not sure what that's for, but you are correct, Matt.
Blocking the back.
And that play is coming back.
Charlie almost said before this drive started, what the Falcons need to do is not allow another big run, and I guess the jinx almost worked.
You can see the Falcons deeply undersized up front, and it gets that linebacker core and makes a cut, and you can see the speed from Sternberg.
Well, it's 2 penalties for 20 yards, both really costly. One led to the only punt so far from the Vikings, and this one brings back a touchdown. So the counties would really just need to be Potawatomi, of course. There's actually a small courthouse that's unused space. It was eastern part of Potawatomi County.
Okay.
And then Hancock and Shelby is in Shelby County, but just barely.
Really?
Oh, yeah, just across the line. Tennant, same for Tennant.
Give up the middle once again. Good form tackle there by Helton, who's playing himself a whale of a ball game tonight. One of the triplets, sister, great softball player for the Saints.
Soccer player too?
Anna, yep.
Yeah.
There to support the volleyball girls last night, saw her. David not in uniform tonight, out injured. Again, both Helton boys looking to make some noise. The state wrestling tournament this year, Falcons will be rock solid. Get to the Palace and watch them. All the time in the world, and that ball is going to be thrown deep and caught. Falcons miss coverage, and they will not bring him down. AHSTW on the score.
Ryan Wiedemeyer with the reception.
Big play strikes from the Vikings. And you can see why they're the number 4 team in the state. Make it 20-0 with 7:36 to go in the first half.
Well, we gave up the big run, and instead we got that call back and gave up a big pass.
You can see the Falcons are close in a lot of these plays. Just can't quite get where they need to be. But a lot of that has something to do with AHSTW.
Right. Very solid team.
Kick is up and good. No good.
Huh. Okay.
I knew they were looking at each other for a while. I just kind of wondered about that. So 20-7, 7:36 to go here in the first half. Navy at SMU tonight. Really about the only college game of note tonight. College volleyball, Nebraska hosting Penn State on the Big Ten Network. And as Matt said, number 16 Marquette at number 21 Creighton tonight. That's on AM radio, maybe 1180.
I think so. It's spotty. They only have home matches, so I don't listen when I'm there. I don't think you can get it inside there, frankly.
Makes sense.
It's not a strong signal.
So the Falcons need a response. Work a little time and also a little response. Goebbels had a nice kickoff return earlier for the Falcons. They say, wrap it up, fellas. Let's roll. Grad of a loss on the special teams. I believe Kemper still leads Underwood. Really doesn't mean much to the Falcons, just kind of one of those fun games of note tonight.
Teams that have been rivals of ours over the years.
Of selfish note, some friends of ours, their daughter won the state championship for UTAN softball earlier today.
What's the mascot for UTAN?
That is a good question. I'll guess Patriots, but don't quote me on that.
Nebraska has some fun. Well, all states do, but some fun mascot names.
5-yard return will set the Falcons right at the 30-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10, 7:28 to go here in the first half.
I think one of my favorite mascot names in Nebraska is York High School.
So Alexis, we're not sure, but somebody said the text might be interfering with the voice. We're not sure on that. Or are you watching a different game? You're watching the boyfriend play. Really? Our producer is not even watching the game. She's watching
right
the boyfriend
here. She needs
for
to watch the
Fremont
game.
Mills.
Game's right in front of her.
All right, good point. Boyfriend's a lineman for Fremont Mills. And here is a flag. They're at Lenox tonight.
All right.
I actually went to that game last year, Matt.
Yeah?
Hadn't been to an 8-man game in a long time. And, think what you want, say what you want about 8-man. And I know it's all different. That was a hard-hitting, fast, well-played football game.
FM is traditionally strong. In the last 15 years, have really come on to be a top-notch 8-man squad.
If you have scores of any of the city schools tonight, we always like to get those out there.
Abraham Lincoln's at Des Moines East.
TJ and Glenwood mixing it up.
It was 7-0 earlier. I saw that Glenwood was leading first quarter.
Not quite sure who the Titans have tonight.
Yeah, did not get a chance to look at the paper today. Paid to have it delivered. I didn't look at it.
I love a good hard copy paper, Matt. Shotgun formation. This is Marshall going to fake it one way, run it the other. Marshall still on his feet. Not a lot doing there. He'll pay the price for the run. He'll get a couple after the penalty, though. That's going to make it 2nd and 13. And again, apologies for the camera work. Brian Holder not in the house tonight, so it's yours truly. And Matt doing a fine job looking over my shoulder trying to describe the action, do the stats, do the math.
Yeah, I don't think the figures will add up, but been entertaining so far. But the Falcons started their last drive at the 30, like they started this one, although they're behind those chains right now. But able to get a long pass to Helton. They just missed on a long pass to Goebbels. You know, they're really working the sideline, not throwing anything over the middle. Probably don't have time to let one of those middle throws develop.
Apparently no offensive subs playing tonight, and that's why Marshall is running to the sideline. He'll throw this one away. Not sure there's anyone in the area. He is out of the pocket, though.
Yeah, out of the
ball's
pocket.
Past the line of scrimmage,
Yep.
So he'll be okay there.
So you did not watch any of your Bears last night at all, Charlie?
Matt, thankfully I was watching the Saints.
Oh, that's right.
I
you were
was
here.
nowhere near that
I
Bears
saw
game.
your photo in some of
I've seen enough
principals.
of Iowa Hawkeye
Football,
football this year. I need more offense, not less.
I think it's a little humorous that Amazon Prime's taken over the Thursday games, and everyone's been a clunker.
I think they want their money back.
That's been horrible. Some of the worst football. So no one's sad that they don't have those who don't have an Amazon Prime or chuckling.
Yeah, exactly. And here is the give to Goebbels. He'll take it off left-hand side. Goebbels runs hard.
Right.
Not a ton doing there, but did get about 6, maybe 7. Not enough for the first down, though. And the Falcons, well, yes, I was going to say it is 4th down. Just a little slow to get the punt team out there, although probably not changing personnel a ton.
No, to get Holiday on the field if he wasn't before.
6:10 to go here in the first half. Of course, we were unfortunate to see this Monday night. Not that the Saints playing, but the fact they're playing Monday night because, of course, the marching band will be here Monday night. So if you're not making your way out to Logan, make your way up here to marching band. If you're not making your way up to marching band, make your way out to Logan.
My excuse is I'm officiating someplace else that night in Southwest Iowa.
There is a timeout called, I believe, by the Vikings. It is. I know you can't tell us where, Matt, but can you tell us, is it a playoff game?
Yes, everything's playoff next week.
Okay.
So I'll have 4 of those next week. I think I mentioned Adam. And Monday, Wednesday, small schools, and Tuesday, Thursday, bigger schools.
Yep. Okay.
Some Hawkeye 10 schools involved, some Rolling Valley Conference, some Missouri River Conference teams involved.
New water guys every year. Half the time they can barely carry the bottles. These guys seem to be doing a pretty nice job. Hamilton, he'll get a little there. Here's his pops, keeping an eye on things down here. You're in good hands with Mr. Hamilton, St. Albert dad. Keeping those hands warm. Cool night.
Yeah.
On our way to the low 40s next week. Hard freeze down to about 25 midweek. About time to turn the sprinklers off, man.
Mine are scheduled to be shut off and blown out on Tuesday. So
okay.
Go home.
Good timing.
Yeah.
Vince Rue checking in. Loves the KMA scores on the screen. Well done, Alexis Narmy. All right, 4th and 4. Marshall shotgun formation. Now we're going to put a bunch of guys in the backfield. And here is the give over off right-hand side, and he is going to be just shy of the first down.
Yeah, by a yard.
And the Vikings will take over in Falcon territory. But, Matt, got to do it. Down 20-7, late second.
And that play was probably designed to pick up a couple more yards, but there's the team on the other side.
Yep.
Trying to stop that.
It wasn't the field, Matt. The field looks fantastic.
You know.
The turf, I mean, really,
Yeah.
it looks really good. It looks full, looks green, it's well painted.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm very impressed.
The numbers were in the right order.
That's always important. That hasn't always happened.
It helps that we put those little cloths, those vinyl signs on the fence.
And here is the quarterback keeper up the middle.
Sternberg.
And Sternberg still on his feet. Falcons having a hard time wrapping him up. He'll pay for it, though. Big first down, gain of about 20 on the play.
I think that's his first carry.
Yeah, let's just move that back a yard. First carry for Sternberg, the quarterback. Going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 19, deep in the second quarter here. So they're saying roll the clock, and they're not rolling the clock.
Now it's rolling.
They're rolling the clock. Not quite as crisp as Cindy Connolly running the clock back in the day.
Now we'll find out if they're listening.
Yes. Shotgun formation, Twins up top. And here is the throw up top. Good shake and bake, still on his feet. Scheffler picks up about 16 on the play. Going to bring up 1st and goal from the 3. What do we got going on up here? We got a little dance. Is this a break dance competition? Officials timeout. Possible blood. That's Wettengale. Could be uniform, could be blood, not sure. Trips down below. Would expect quarterback keeper, halfback give here. Got to think the receivers are just a diversion. And, of course, as I say that, here's the throw into the back of the end zone.
Yep.
And it is complete, 26-7 with 4:41 to go.
This is Nick Denning with the catch, 2 yards. His second touchdown catch.
And they haven't put the points on the board yet, but it is 26-7. Wouldn't be surprised or, frankly, opposed. I would get it if they were to go for 2 here. You got to think they'd like to get this to 35 if they can.
Right, stay on the numbers.
Get that running clock going in the second half, as they do have a playoff game next week, the Vikings. It's a fake, and that ball is going to be swatted down. Good work there by Jackson Lennon. Good work, Jackson. Makes it 26-7 with 4:41 to go here in the first half.
Second touchdown pass tonight, both to Denning. The other 2 touchdowns were runs by Luke Sternberg.
Man, I don't have a program in front of me right now. What year
passes.
are the Sternbergs?
Let's see. I have.
You got to count on penalties.
Let's see. I'll get you a second. Sternberg, we have a sophomore is the running back, and the quarterback is, I don't know.
Well, Matt's being called upon by the St. Albert coaches. They want to know a stat here. So that's really gratifying to hear that. So, nope, you unplugged the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Yeah, I wasn't smart enough to take my headset off, or talented enough. That means my glasses might fall off, suspenders, and
Alexis got a score in that Fremont Mills game. Oh, now she's not watching.
Who streams, though? I suppose each school has their own stream anymore.
That's a KMA stream, I believe.
Is it really? Okay, cool.
They're thinking maybe the UTN Chieftains.
Okay. The Lennox Tigers are leading that game, we found out, Charlie, in answer to your question. So back to York High School. York's along Interstate 80 there. You see the big, it's got the big hot air balloon painted color. Ooh, Falcons lose. Fumble, get it back on the returns. That's Sam Goobles.
That is Goobles. He's slow to get up.
Yeah. Right there along the interstate, their big water towers painted like a hot air balloon.
York,
York, Nebraska.
You bet.
Right there. So York, any guesses what, think about, my hint has something to do with royalty. Just think about the Queen's death and York.
The Regals?
They're the Dukes.
Okay.
So like the Duke of York, the Dukes of York.
Please Lord tell me they're the Dukettes.
Well, maybe the Duchesses. I don't know.
Okay, all right. I always like the Ets.
I would say there is a turn. There is a Duchess, so that could be.
How about this?
Yeah.
St. Albert mom Trish Monahan chiming in, letting us know that Kyle Sternberg's a senior.
Yeah.
Luke Sternberg is sophomore. They went to daycare with Brendan and Ellie Monahan.
Oh, nice.
There's your connection.
Yeah.
And here's Goobles. Good hard run. Love
the
fight from Goobles and the Falcons tonight. Going to pick up 9 on the carry. Going to bring up 2nd and 1. 4:20 to go here in the first half. Now let's see what else we have going on out there. AL leads 3-0.
All right. Against, I think they're the Des Moines East, the Scarlet somethings. I don't know who Des Moines East is.
And here's Goobles off right-hand side. And, Matt, this is pretty cool. So we're not the only game in town with a female kicker.
All right.
Allison Smith makes the field goal for the Lynx.
Okay.
To put them up 3-0.
Nice.
Lewis Central leads DCG, Dallas Center Grimes, 21-0.
Okay.
And we might have some information for you here about next week. We'll just have to see about that. Oh, Catherine Narmy checking in after her volleyball game tonight. She'd like to give a shout-out to Mrs. Marshall and Mrs. Marshall's 5th grade class, which Catherine's a part of.
All right.
Catherine, shoot me a text online, too. Let me know how you did tonight. Big volleyball tournament over at Omaha Gross Catholic.
Okay.
And, Matt, this is kind of the St. Albert way, coached by a family, a St. Albert family. Drives all the way in every day from Missouri Valley.
Nice. Fantastic. I haven't officiated Gross in a couple of years. I had a Catholic school battle there a couple of years ago, Gross and Roncalli.
Oh, that's always a good one.
Roncalli won that one a couple of years ago.
The Crimson Pride.
Yeah, they both run nice programs.
Play action pass. And this ball is going to be nearly intercepted.
Holiday, the intended receiver on that.
And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Again, Matt Christensen providing barbecue tonight. Cooked 100 pounds, smoked 100 pounds, whatever you're supposed to say. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not that talented. But got to work on it yesterday afternoon. Woke up at 3:30 this morning to throw it on the smoker. Likes cherry. All he would tell us is, I asked, well, what kind of wood? You know, all these guys are real secretive about it.
Sure.
They love telling you about it, but they're all real secretive about it. Cherry wood, I'm told.
Cherry wood, all right.
And made that donation. Did all the work and then donated it to the St. Albert concession stand. So thank you to Matt and Mary Christensen for the barbecue tonight.
Yeah, besides us, I hope many people got to enjoy it, especially our visitors.
Falcons might have jumped.
Yeah. Probably the 6th penalty, I'd say, 25 for 30 yards.
And the Falcons will tack a couple more on, make it 3rd and 15. There's the stripes. Michigan, Penn State kicking off at 11 o'clock. TCU, Oklahoma State going tomorrow. Tennessee, Alabama.
Boy, it's been fun to see Max Duggan thrive these last.
Boy, has he had a good year.
Yeah, a few weeks.
Went from not playing in the first half until the starter got injured, and now things go this way. He might be in New York for the Heisman presentation. My
DVR is set to record every TCU game.
And here's Marshall.
Catch by Helton in the traffic. Nice.
John Helton with a great catch and run. 3rd and 15 and a Falcon first down.
24 yards.
And so St. Albert now in business in Viking territory. As Marshall's getting his workout tonight. Talk about cross country last night. He's going back and forth. So traditionally, at least, way back when, used to run the a flanker and a receiver. They would run the plays in and out, but the Falcons really not subbing on offense tonight. So Marshall going to the sideline, as Matt said, not playing defense, got a little extra juice. Here's quarterback keeper. The guy he was looking for wasn't there, and now he's just going to wisely dump it off. Helton fell. Good decision there by Marshall, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Marshall's going to sleep well tonight.
Yes.
Hey, look at this, Matt. We got
Yeah.
mini dancers
Yes.
coming
All
up
right.
at the half. We won't have their names, but we'll
Oh.
make sure that we get them on video.
And if it had been Tiny Dancers, that would be an Elton John song, but we're going to stick with the mini dancers.
I've told you my Tiny Dancer story, right?
Oh, you thought it was Tony
know-
Danza?
No. No.
Oh.
Close. I always thought it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Hold me close. I'm trying to dance here.
Okay. Yeah, your poor parents.
If you can't make fun of yourself, who can you make fun of? All right, here's the give, stop and give, and this is going to be Goobles off right-hand side. Not a lot doing there. Got
Maybe.
about 3, maybe 4
Yeah.
good hard yards. Going to bring up third and about 6, 1:35 to go here in the first half. Here comes Parker Heisterkamp for the Falcons.
Give Goobles a rest. Is that Goobles coming out?
That is
think it
Goobles
is.
checking out. He's out of workout tonight.
Yeah.
So 3rd and
Yeah.
7. Game can also be heard on KNOD, their stream online. KJAN TV for the Viking fans who might already be tired of our stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And the Nonpareil also here tonight. Here's Marshall. He'll keep it himself, and that ball is going
Yeah.
to be caught.
That's
Looks like
Luke
Anderson.
Yeah.
Luke Anderson, the senior from Heartland Christian, on the catch
First
for the
down.
Falcons.
That was a first down.
Coach Beck from Heartland Christian, their
Yeah.
basketball coach, also their athletic director, helping out in the box tonight
Nice.
for the Falcons.
Terrific.
Wonderful family. Our son Jack plays flag football and baseball with them, and he coached baseball this summer. Just a really good guy, good coach. Good to see him in the box tonight. Shotgun formation, 55 seconds to go here in the half. Camera, I don't know why it's doing that, but here is going to be Marshall, quarterback keeper.
Yeah, that play kind of fell apart. There was a late blitz, and Falcons didn't quite pick it up, and Marshall just had to scramble.
Marshall's a little slow to get up. Don't think much there other than a little exhaustion. I think, as we said, Matt, the Falcons going to take a little TO.
Yep, talk about this and just get reset because, they're at the 28-yard line. If nothing else, if they can't get all the way in, they might be able to attempt a Kyle Wright field goal. A lot of things to work on, try to improve, try to get better right to the end. And we talked it was the last 2 weeks ago about Mount Air, a very solid team. Could have gone for 2 time after time, but they're really committed to trying to kick the extra points because as the postseason wears on, you're just competitive. Schools were able to do that or better. They were committed to getting better. And seeing some of the same thing here. Falcons really potentially the last game, and now you're down by 3 touchdowns in the second quarter, but committed to getting better. This is a team and coaching staff that, this game may be a big uphill climb now, but conceding nothing.
Correct. As you've alluded to, no moral victories on the hill, but 26-7 against the number 4 team in the state and driving deep in the first half. Want to make something out of it. Keep yourself in the ball game. Max Duggan was 100-1, now 50-1.
All right.
And don't like to see this. We always cheer for our friends from TJ, but they trail Glenwood 42-0 at the half.
I'm sorry to see. Yeah, we like both schools, but we see Thomas Jefferson get some success.
Here's a little screen play to Goobles. Goobles still on his feet. Goobles going to be hit hard.
I like that screen.
I do too. Now the Falcons hurry up offense. Google's a little giddy getting up. They'll run it and spike it right away. Question is, the Falcons snap it too early.
Yeah, was everybody set? I don't see a flag.
I
but
don't either.
If nothing else, the clock is stopped while this is being sorted out.
I think they're going to say, no penalty. We just hadn't done anything yet. We weren't ready. So now they're going to say, well, hang on. Is it first or second down? Let's have a little chit-chat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the Falcons here, I think I'd talk to each other quick and not maybe listen to what the officials are saying here.
Yeah.
And then you potentially wouldn't have to spike the football.
Right.
Falcons with no timeouts left in the half.
Get a play ready. Clock is wound, and it is going.
And so now they'll spike the football. Pass goes incomplete. Is that Sawyer Sheffield playing center tonight? He's a freshman.
57
Yep.
is his number.
Older sister in town last night from Kearney. She wanted to support her friends that were seniors on the
Oh,
volleyball
right.
team.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Laney.
Laney back in town. All right, going to bring up 2nd and 10 from about the 14-yard line. 26 seconds to go here in the half. And Owen Marshall, a sophomore, brings the play in. 26-7. Late first half. Falcons driving. 2nd down. Going to put a man in motion. Here comes the blitz. And
Marshall's hit as he throws.
Back of the end zone. Incomplete. Good work by Marshall just to get it off.
Right.
Going to ring up 3rd and 10.
Luke Anderson, the intended receiver. The ball bounced right at the end line. And he ran into the old long jump pit that's still there for some reason.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That was, original equipment. OEM part right there.
Our friends from around town, oftentimes before meets, they'll let the Falcons come use their track to practice some of the field events. As you said, Matt, I don't think that pit's been used for a long time.
Kids jumping around in it.
Yep. 3rd and 10, 21 seconds to go here in the half. And here is the throw over the top, incomplete.
In and out of the hands. That Anderson again? No, it wasn't.
Not quite sure.
Yeah.
Again, those, as you can see at home, those numbers are tough to see, especially on the front.
That was 18.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Here's Kyle Irwin, the freshman, in for the field goal attempt. As you can see, a 31-yarder, whatever they're on, add 10.
Yeah.
A 31-yarder. And this is Cole Peckney to hold for the Falcons.
I always just add 17 to the line of scrimmage. That's how I get
there. You go.
It looks pretty
Kick
good.
Is up and good. Good work by Kyle Irwin. It makes it 26-10 with 13 seconds to go in the half. Again, we'll have the cross-country seniors, the band seniors, the mini dancers, the dance team, and the St. Albert Marching Band. If you can't tell, we love saying that. Have that at the half. I know Catherine's listening. Her and cousin Ruby Narmi both playing the saxophone this year. And the story goes, went to Grandma Narmi's Wednesday after school.
Okay.
Aunt Ann was there for a quick nap between shifts and was woken up by the saxophones. Oh, boy, you ought to hear it.
It sounds like the Bob Seger song, Night Moves. Woke last night to the sound of thunder. How far off, I sat and wondered.
I might, well, I won't play it for the faithful at home. I probably could. I won't do that to you tonight as they're just getting started. But I told them I can't wait to hear the old classic at the Christmas concert. Hot cross buns.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a recorder. They probably move past a recorder number generally. They probably move past that if they're on the sax now.
I first year is all I know.
Yeah.
All right, so this will be Irwin to kick as Bodie Sims still recovering from an arm injury he suffered in a JV game running the football earlier this year. And not sure where Alexis Narmi went, but the score is not updated. It's 26-10 with 13 seconds to go here. And here's the short kick.
Was
that
nice
brought
tackle.
Down about the 40-yard line.
He's very excited.
Cole Hobbs.
Cole Hobbs with the
older brother Kale out. Those Hobbs boys have a little energy. I like it.
Drug down shuffler.
Big fellas up front. All starts there. 52, 57, 56. Brandon McCall, 53, I believe. Your backers tonight. There's Hobbs. That might be Marshall there playing a little defense. Helton.
Yeah. It's the final game.
Yep.
Short bodies.
Well, he's a good athlete. Want to see him get out there on the field, especially the Falcons as depleted as they are with injuries.
Yep. Baseball player, basketball player.
9 seconds to go here in the first half. Falcons have given up a few big plays at the end of halves this year. They'll try to avoid that here. And that ball is going to be caught. And no home cooking there. Going to leave 2 seconds on the clock.
Brandon Lund on the catch.
And you're just not quite sure they'll have enough to get this ball to the end zone. Be quite a toss for a high schooler. Sometimes we all forget a lot of these kids are 14 years old. All right, 1st and 10, 2 seconds in the half, 26-10. Falcons have 3 guys at the 22-yard line. And it's going to be a give up the middle, and they'll drag Sternberg down. So not a bad half from the Falcons here against the number 4 team in the state. 26-10 is your score. And we will have seniors. Oh, I know where Alexis went. She was helping out with the cross-country seniors tonight, giving some care packages down there. We'll have those seniors as best we can
Sure,
for you.
we've got a little program here with some information. We'll try to follow along and say something about them.
All right, it's got a lot going on here at the half. You might be tuned in for the half. Maybe you've got a youth dancer out there, a band senior.
Yeah.
We'll try and get everyone as best we can. We don't have names, the little gals, little saints out there. There's your band. And now we will honor St. Albert Cross Country seniors. This is Adam Denny. And Matt, I'll let you read as I do a little camera work.
Yep.
Adam Denny, I do know this.
Yes.
He is your state bowling champion.
Well, that's right. This is our cross country. Let's get.
Also works at Krispy Kreme, and the family are big Minnesota Wild fans.
Hey, I have a Minnesota Wild hat.
Craig and Amy Denny are the parents.
All right, here we go. Yes.
Here's Reese Duncan.
Reese Duncan is the daughter of Greg and Megan Duncan, and she's a 4-year cross-country member, track member, played some volleyball, the student council president, vice president of the National Honor Society, the chief photo of publications, and she plans to study nursing or pre-medicine. Reese Duncan.
Greg Duncan, a great sponsor with State Farm on StAlbertSportsFan.com.
That's right. And my agent, by the way.
There you go.
Colin Lilly is the son of Jimmy and Laura Schmitty. He has run cross-country for 4 years, played basketball, run track. He's been on the student council for a year, and he plans to study business someplace and run track or cross-country. Colin, a real hopeful, some high place at the state cross-country meet. We hope the entire team qualifies, but if not, he could be able to participate as an individual.
Had a recent visit with you and I, and here's Carly McKeever.
Carly McKeever is the daughter of Mark and Liz McKeever, and she's run cross-country for 4 years, a couple years of track, played softball, played basketball, was on the homecoming court recently, as I recall, and plans to study business and accounting in college.
Looks cold tonight.
We're slightly.
Here's our senior band members. Here's the OG, Owen Gallus.
Oh, yeah.
Owen Gallus, also a bowler. Great young man.
Yeah, all right.
Owen, trombone player.
All right. Yeah, I'm glad you knew the instrument. He's son
Are
of
you surprised?
Andrea Gallus and Paul Gallus. He's, of course, been a bowler, played some tennis, played soccer, participates in band, rock band, and Digital Media Club, the DMC. I want to say he runs DMC, but that's probably not right.
Oh, I love it.
Plans to attend Iowa Western, study graphic design. Haley Kirkman is the daughter of Zara and Dan Kirkman. She has participated in the musical and plays band and choir as well. Also plans to be an Iowa Western student, and she plans to study, not stutter like I did, the culinary arts at IWCC. They have a fine program.
I like it.
That is
maybe a little chicken and gravy for Vogels in the future.
There you go. Claire Lewis is the daughter of Ruth Lewis and David Lewis, and she's a 4-year member of band. She's been in speech, choir, Battle of the Books, National Honor Society, secretary of the Student Council, participates in musicals and plays, and bowling. She's been in the Science Bowl, and she plans to study Iowa State and study engineering. Charlie, after all those activities, studying engineering at Iowa State, even though it's tough, sounds like a break.
And she sang the national anthem last night.
All right, so did a nice job. And I see the Lewis family in a 4 o'clock mass at Corpus Christi, by the way.
There you go.
Throw that in.
Here's a great softball hitter right here, as
Yeah.
well as electric guitar player.
Jessica McMartin, daughter of Phil and Marcy McMartin. She's been 4 years of softball, as you mentioned. She's been, of course, in band. Plans to study business and accounting. Business and music as a double major. Wow, she can maybe be like a record producer or something at Simpson College in Indianola, Iowa.
Drives a half an hour to school every day. Here's
Okay.
Mackenzie Pearson.
Mackenzie Pearson is a daughter of Larry and Mary Pearson and Pamela Waldron, and she's had 2 years of cheer. She studied robotics, been in the musical, involved in speech, NHS, the National Honor Society, band, and choir. And this student, Mackenzie, also plans to study, go to Simpson College and study forensic science, way over our head. Nolan Smith is the son of Jeremy and Melinda Smith. He's had a couple years of band and bowling, played a year of tennis. Right now, Nolan doesn't have his plans decided, and that is perfectly fine because they can change.
Grandpa is Deacon Montang at Corpus Christi.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Now I recognize. Now that I look up, yes, I see that young man.
William Tallman sang the national anthem last week at volleyball.
Great. Son of Bob Tallman and Stephanie Canday. 4 years of bowling, tennis, and band. 1 year of tech crew and the musical, and he plans to study biology at Iowa State University. Iowa State and Simpson, very popular with the band, and Iowa Western, popular with band students. All terrific places to launch their careers.
I love it. Great group of young people out there, just like before the game. You love to see so many participate in so much.
Mm-hmm.
One of the great things about St. Albert, you can do it all. With that, Matt, here are St. Albert mini dancers. So they had clinic last weekend at Carrie's Dance Studio. And I think they're going to go next, but we'll see. They didn't quite give us the schedule of events here.
I wouldn't give it to us either.
Here we go. All right, Alexis, can you turn us up? I'll see if I can get the mic on for the mini dancers. We might be starting in the corner here. Here are your St. Albert mini dancers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the St. Albert Marching Band for their performance of 2000 Pop Queen, including hits by Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, and Britney Spears. The band will be conducted by drum major Larry Lewis. Major League Baseball playoff update. San Diego Padres leading Dodgers 1-0.
So for the millions at home watching, we apologize for the camera work. The camera kept zooming out automatically, and there was, of course, some user error. See, Matt, it does that again. It zooms out.
Yeah.
But I think the folks at home are missing Brian Holder.
Yeah.
Brian not in attendance tonight. So
Hey, the folks at home really missed the live performance. The band was, that's the most movement I believe I've seen. That's probably not the term, but the most marching I've seen our band do. Just really constant motion on that last number. Very nice.
And again, they'll be in action Monday night,
Yeah.
7 o'clock here on the Hill. That's a free event. So if you're not going to volleyball, get here for marching band. If you're not at marching band, get to volleyball. Extended halftime show, but a real pleasure and hopefully a great way to end the home finale here.
Nice wrap-up stuff.
Mount Air leads Southwest Valley 14-6. Alexis might have some scores for us. Alexis, you got a Fremont Mills Lennox score for us? Cooper Marvel, big lineman for FM. District championship of the line, both teams in the playoffs down there. Glenwood handling Thomas Jefferson tonight. Lewis Central over Dallas Center Grimes. Allison Smith, not Jason's wife, but the AL student, kicks field goal for the AL Lynx.
Well, it's a good thing tonight, Charlie. We had that 3 minutes we don't always enjoy added on because it took all that extra time to get the halftime festivities completed.
There's the nonpareil. You can read that article tomorrow. Make sure you get your subscription. KJAN TV also in the house tonight. And right next to us, KNOD FM. As Kyle Irwin is set to kick here to start the second half. Falcons trailing 26-10. And again, that's the zoom right there. It just does that automatically. And HSTW going to fall on it there. Take over at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, the Falcons trying a little something there, see if they could kick it to an unoccupied area, maybe fall on the ball because it's live once it's gone 10 yards. But HSTW was able to catch that and fall right to the ground. Good decision by a man who's not normally used to catching and running with the football.
Against St. Albert, Dad Matt Christensen, wife Mary, donate 100 pounds barbecued, I think they're pork butts, Matt. And been up almost 24 hours doing that.
The 9-year-old in me kind of snickers when you say pork butts.
Well, I do too. Good sophomore humor. All right, shotgun formation. Sternbergs have been impressing tonight. Here's give off left-hand side. Falcons have been in position tonight several times. They'll make the tackle there. Gain of about 7 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. Again, Falcons without Monahan, Hobbs, David Helton tonight. And that's Cale Hobbs not playing tonight. So a little depleted. Not subbing a whole lot. And you say, well, why don't you get some of those young guys in there? Well, frankly, it might be a safety issue. You're playing the number 4 team in the state. Some big fellas up front.
And that's the same issue that Shenandoah High School had. Why not just play some of the other kids? They're not varsity ready. And you have a responsibility to your players.
And here is the throw and catch up top. Falcons make the tackle, but not after the first down. Going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Vikings on the 48-yard line.
Just some quick numbers just on round. The Falcons were out-yarded about 215 to 175. In the first quarter, and obviously 26-10 the score. The Falcons scored on a Marshall 1-yard run and an Irwin 31-yard field goal. A couple 3 touchdown passes, 2 to Denning and 1 to Wiedemeyer, along with a touchdown run by Sternberg, were the scores for the Vikings.
And here is Sternberg going to roll out to his left, and that ball is going to be caught, but as he inbounds, they will say yes. Sideline from the Falcons kind of disagrees. Coach Gradeville wants to make sure. Looked like he had it to us. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Vikings on the Falcon 34-yard line.
Coach Gorman doesn't think so either.
We're homers, and then Coach Gorman takes Homer to a whole nother level. He loves his green and gold. Sarge. Special shout out to Mrs. Gorman and Mike Gorman tonight. Just a wonderful Falcon. Keeps battling at home. Great St. Albert family. So prayers tonight for Mike Gorman, always fighting the good fight. Shotgun formation, and here is to give the halfback over off left guard. Ball's on the ground. HSTW did recover it.
Sternberg on the carry.
Going to bring up second and about 9. Kevin White says second, 8. We'll go with that. 10:28 to go here in the third quarter. My wonderful in-laws are graduates. Not sure if it was just A back then or H or S or T. I know it was a W. I think they hit them all in their tenure out there. Jim and Pat Kroll. Shotgun formation. Sternberg going to be forced out of the pocket up top. Got a man open in the end zone. It's going to be caught. Going to be caught. There is a little laundry on the field, though.
Scheffler had the catch, but we'll talk about what happened. The Vikings not celebrating much, and they're coming back to the line. An emphatic hold signal by the referee, the man in the white hat. Not like the man in the yellow hat, who's a friend of that monkey.
Oh, yeah, we had to watch that for years. Maybe not for years, but long enough. Going to bring up second and about 19.
Looking forward to reliving some characters with our grandchildren.
There you go. Matt
Sesame
announced
Street,
a couple weeks ago, another one on the way.
Yeah, Sesame Street's a big hit. There's a new character I didn't know about, Abby, a new female. Abby,
okay.
New female character, yeah.
He's a big fan of the count.
Yeah, oh yeah, I like the count. Oscar the Grouch was my most favorite, though, always.
Block in the back, you saw it there. Official right on top of it.
Whistle. Come on, guys.
I was going to say, that's not the Falcons' fault. You got to blow that whistle a long time ago. That's when things get chippy.
Yeah.
So you got to blow the whistle early. Otherwise, the officials have done a fantastic job tonight. Going to be a hold. Might have been a block in the back, but they'll call a hold. Not going to matter a whole lot. Going to be second and a mile.
Coach Driver's trying to say, hey, that ball, that happened 4 yards this way.
Again, feel free to text us, 402-639-0788, 402-639-0788. Want to know who you are, if you have a connection to St. Albert or the Vikings, and where you're watching from tonight. We always kind of like to hear the farthest. We have North Phoenix in the house tonight. Anybody else out there?
Rising out of the ashes.
One man of motion, going to run option right, quarterback keeper. And
Another
now a
flag.
late pitch, as you saw, laundry on the field. And this play might be coming back.
Right, and it's going for near a first down. Interesting, Charlie, that last penalty was declined by the Falcons on that hold. I think they realized the gain wasn't that great, and they just wanted to use the down. Another hold. So this is 3 this half already?
There goes that darn zoom. Matt, if you're the Vikings, got a big lead, but you're as a coaching staff, you're almost saying, all right, this is okay.
Yeah.
We're going to have a little something to do Monday.
Right.
So the Falcons really undersized up front, but sometimes that can lead to speed. And sometimes the big guys can't quite get there, so you're reaching, you're grabbing. Sometimes that equals a hold. Sheffield 57, Jaden Beckman 56. 52, we think, might be Brandon McCall. And of course, it's Gavin Somerville, senior.
Yeah, we'll have to mention as this half.
They've moved McCall's number around about 6 times this year.
As this half plays out, we haven't talked about a football senior since the beginning of the game. We'll do that again.
Going to be caught short of the first down, but good yardage. Going to bring up 4th and about 7.
Right.
Think if you're the Vikings, you go for this.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
John and Candy Narmy, folks likely watching tonight. Probably a little too chilly for Grandma Candy tonight.
I did not see my dad Ray here tonight. I was kind of looking. It's not in his usual place, and I asked a couple of people, and they had not seen him tonight. So
I see Paul Sten in the house.
Yes, is he still here? Did he take?
I thought I saw him
here.
up here earlier.
He came up to the booth for a little visit. Field crew regular comes in from Atlantic to help on the field crew.
Wow, that's dedication. Here's another flag. the Vikings will have the first down if it stands, but there is laundry on the field.
The preliminary indication is a hold on the Vikings again.
Wow. And here's what's interesting, Matt. You don't see the sidelines saying a whole lot. They're not complaining a whole lot here. I don't think they're happy, but I don't think it's at the officials necessarily.
Yeah, the coach I see kind of imploring somebody as as a player, not an official.
Of course, you want to be crisp this time of year.
Yeah.
But this will give them a little footage to show, a little maybe butt to chew Monday night. All right, I got a phone number here.
All right.
Let's see if I've got them. I don't. They just say, go Hawks.
All right, well, there you go.
Phone number ends in 940. Who is that mystery person? Going to bring up 4th and 17. 9:06 to go here in the third quarter. Vikings leading, number 4 Vikings leading 26-10. Falcons have had some good battles. Last couple years, this game has been decided late. Falcons fighting here late. And Sternberg going to drop straight back. And look over the top. And that ball is going to be intercepted and wisely batted down at the last second, which gives the Falcons better field position. So a good stop by the green and gold. 82, Jackson Lennon, starting baseball player since his 8th grade year.
Yeah, nice decision. A turnover on that drive. The Vikings had the ball to start the half and turn it over on downs, but it takes them 3 minutes and 15 seconds to do that. So
Goebel's be in the backfield with Marshall. Wettengale is the receiver down below. Looks like Helton might be the slot back. And as I say that, they're going to throw him in motion. And now we're going to roll out this way. Rolling out right.
They'll throw it to him.
And they're going to throw it to Helton, and that ball is going to go just incomplete. Kind of a little modified wheel route. I like that play for a little scat back like Helton. As it stands, though, it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Falcons getting a little more creative this week. Big St. Pete's Oktoberfest last week. Father Kotis with his Inflation Buster raffle.
Right.
And I see we're already working on the Staley's Chicken Dinner for Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi Parish. Back up at St. Albert after a few years down in the West End.
Oh, I didn't mind the drive-through down there. That snap's going to be high, and Marshall gets on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the COVID year, we did the drive-through down there. Pretty handy, but yeah, it's better to be back together, and great to be back up here on the hill, so make sure you keep a lookout for that. Matt, I believe that's the first Saturday or Sunday in November?
First Sunday in November. It's the 7th? 6th, I believe.
6th, I think that sounds right.
We'll be at a birthday party in Minneapolis.
Ah, so, good for you guys.
Somebody can hold up 2 fingers and show us.
There you go.
That's me.
There you go.
1 in each hand. I think I can't do 2 in one hand.
I think I'm going 2 ingredients tonight: pepperoni and jalapeno.
Ooh, okay.
Little Pizza King action.
All right.
All right, 3rd and 18, 7:45 to go here in the third. And here's Marshall. Going to roll out one way and throw a screen back the other way. Ball is going to be tipped, though.
Incomplete. Yep.
And it is incomplete. That was a forward pass. HTSDW say nah, but it was. It was a forward pass. Going to bring up 4th and 18.
Since it went forward about 10 yards.
I love the screen game, Matt. You don't have the line up front to protect. Let them come. Throw the screens. There's half a dozen screens you can throw. Good call. Pass is going to be batted down, though. And the Falcons will be forced to punt.
Yeah, on 4th and 34. No, 4th and 18.
From the 34.
Yeah, got it backwards there.
And the Vikings will stand at their own 42-yard line. Still back pressure off. Good snap. And here's a nice punt.
Anderson back to punting now. Scheffler broke a couple tackles early.
Look at that speed.
Yeah.
Falcons are going to bring him down, though, finally at about the 28-yard line. Falcons been in good position. His Beckman a little gimpy there. But you can see the Vikings' speed gets around the Falcons and now have it deep in St. Albert territory. Be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Oh, look at Father Jacob Epstein down here hawking tickets for the
of course. Staley's Corpus Christi dinner, I suppose.
chemical
or raffle
engineer.
Tickets. Yeah.
Father Jake Epstein.
We enjoy him at Corpus Christi, of course.
He is great.
And up here is with some time as well. Fourth graders, maybe? He told us at Mass.
Yeah, fourth graders. That's right.
That's what he told us.
And here is the give to Sternberg, left-hand side. Good cut back there. Falcons in position, but won't have him. Going to make it 32-10 with 7:12 to go. I think he's getting a little lively in the stands, it sounds like. I'm not sure it's Father Epstein either. He might be hearing confessions later. But like a good priest, already selling raffle tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And that is going to be a penalty on sportsmanlike conduct. Didn't see it, won't say it.
No, I didn't. I missed it too.
And so touchdown does stand, makes it 32-10, 7:12 to go here in the third. And so that's going to be assessed on the Vikings. A number of penalties tonight.
I don't know the answer to this. Do the Falcons have an option to take that on the kickoff?
I don't know that answer either.
Yeah, or I see they took it on the extra point.
I would if I could on the kickoff.
Yeah, but maybe not an option, or maybe I really just do not know.
Not an ideal penalty for the Vikings, but if you're looking at working on your field goal game for the postseason, this now becomes a 35-yarder, and it is going to be short and right as the scoreboard goes out, but not ours. Yeah. Makes it 32-10 with 7:12 to go here in the third quarter. Want to wish good luck tomorrow to Sydney Collins. She's swimming at home at Lewis Central. I know AL will be there as well as several other schools. Sydney just having a terrific year. Specializes in the longer freestyle. Also part of many medley teams or relay teams. Anybody getting down at home? Hey, crowd, want to get down? There we go. St. Albert student section getting down. Middle schoolers about ready to start making their way down to Pizza King. Make sure you text the kids. Leave a nice tip. Keep that good rep going now that we've had for many, many years.
Kind of overcome what happened in the 90s. Or, the 70s. What am I talking about?
70s. Here's Helton with a nice return down about the 34-yard line. Helton's had a really nice game tonight. Gooble's as well. A lot of those seniors playing really well. Gavin Somerville out there as well. Some good youth out there and some good seniors leading the way. A couple not in uniform tonight. David Helton, Brennan Monahan. Won't say who, but a major Division I school on campus today to talk about Brennan Monahan to some coaches and teachers and kind of see what he's all about.
Charlie had an update when we get a chance here about the Creighton Marquette volleyball.
Oh, yeah. Shotgun formation. Marshall takes the high snap, gives it up the middle. Not much doing. The clock will continue to roll under 7 minutes. And how are the Blue Jays doing
The Blue Jays are now in a fifth set with Marquette. They lost the first two, battled back to win sets 3 and 4 to force the deciding set 5.
And in college, do they play to 25 or do they play in 15 like high school?
The fifth set is to 15. Really every place, if there is a deciding set, even internationally, is to 15.
Okay.
The quirk is you're playing in Nebraska and you're only playing 3 sets. The third one is to 25.
For high school?
For high school.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know why I started to get that wrong when I was officiating a match there. I tried to call it over at 15, and they said, oh, no, we got 10 more.
Really? Okay.
Live and learn.
There's the camera. It does an automatic zoom.
Yeah.
That's my wife at
Yeah.
home, not happy, saying she's getting sick to her stomach.
Yeah.
We apologize. Might be from listening to
I was
me
going
all
to say
night.
it could be the volume. Maybe a volume issue.
Brian Holder had a last-second commitment. And so you're getting us tonight. So call it Brian Holder Appreciation Night.
Hey, now I do have a mid-set update. Blue Jays leading 10-6 in that fifth and deciding set. So, you know, it's a race to 15, of course. It's a much shorter set, but, well, you want to get to double digits before your opponent, and 10-6 is a nice start. Don't want to get too confident yet.
All right, 3rd and 10 for the Falcons. And
Time,
Marshall
yeah.
has got a lot of time.
Looking
Good
for
blocking.
somebody. Just couldn't escape, through the maze of defenders. Give the line credit.
Shout out to Sean Ranklin. Sean Ranklin, shout out. Thanks for joining us tonight here on StAlbertSportsFan.com.
Hey, while we're giving shout-outs, how about number 64 for Avoca? Ended up, or AHSTW, ended up on that last tackle of Marshall, and he made sure that gave Owen a hand up at the end of the play. 64, Jeff Peterson.
Good work, Jeff. I always like to point that out.
Yeah.
4:45 to go here in the 3rd. Good snap.
And this time it's Holiday again. High.
Nice high kick.
Fair catch.
Going to be fair caught about the 42-yard line. 32-10, 4:39 to go here in the 3rd. A little closer game than many might have anticipated.
Right.
If you've got the under, you're still looking good tonight. Falcons going to play 2 deep with Wettengale and Heisterkamp. They'll stand at their 40-yard line. Brendan Monahan's season ended after 3.5 games. A spectacular high school football player. Reminds you a little bit of maybe a Greg Johnson from the early 80s that was had some injuries that shortened his fantastic career. The Falcons fighting hard tonight without a few other guys as well. So we're going to fake the short one. Now we're going to actually throw it to him. And good stick by the Falcons. Gaining about 3 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. You talk about two-way football. There has not been a lot of subbing from the green and gold tonight.
Right.
And here is another flag. Might have been, we're not going to, might have been some chirping.
The referee, whatever it is, it's some sort of personal foul because he's writing something in his book. That is unsportsmanlike conduct.
And he is not happy.
You know, I don't know that there's anything in that play itself that was chippy in any way. So it must.
I saw a little chatter. And I don't know if it was towards the green and gold or for maybe directed at an official. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they were not happy.
Official was pretty definitive. Wow, that's I'm not keeping terrific track, but that is at least 80 yards of penalties against AHS, and some were declined.
Wow.
And most in this half.
Well, of course, one of them was on a 60-yard scoring play.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so truly, I mean, if you're the Vikings coaches, this game is ideal for you because, okay, you won, but you really have a long way. This gives them everything, a lot to fill their week with during practice, probably including some running.
So now the coach is asking the other official, what did he say? I want to know what he said. Still get it all sorted out.
This crew isn't wearing headsets. Some do and communicate with each other during play. The jersey tackle, not a horse collar tackle that time.
Yep. So, Matt, explain the difference there for the folks at home like me. I don't know a lot of the volleyball stuff. Maybe somebody. What's a horse collar tackle, and how was that tackle different?
You know, that tackle, in both cases, well, the horse collar you grab inside the back of the collar of the player, and you might also grab the shoulder pads while you're at it.
Okay.
Or even if you don't grab the shoulder pads, if you grab only the jersey, up by the neck, you could cause some injury. He grabbed the bottom of the shirt, in essence, so the cuff for the tail of the shirt and brought him down. So that's the difference, really.
Pass and catch here.
Potential injury and so on.
And so many might remember the unfortunate injury of the late 90s of the great Blanchard Johnson III on a long touchdown. Well, it was going to be a touchdown run. Horse collared from behind, which was legal back then.
Yeah.
And snapped his leg and saw bone. Blanchard Johnson III eventually went on to play with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And, again, that was during the national championship era. So quite a recruit there for the Falcons. So you can horse collar up around the collar and shoulder pads, and a lot of times you can pull from behind, hurt the leg.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole spinal column of injuries that can occur along there.
I thought you were going to go with a little Spinal Tap reference.
Yeah. Do our speakers go to 11? Because that's all I want to know.
Great reference.
And I hear that Boston's not really a college town.
Oh, good stuff.
And whatever did happen to the children of Stonehenge, I want to know.
If you know, you know. 32-10, 2:23 to go here in the third. All right, 2nd and 5. And now AHSTW taking their time as well. Play action pass up top. Going to be chased out of the pocket, still on his feet. Good block downfield. Falcons miss a tackle. Have enough for the first down about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Sternberg tucks it and gets 17.
So you can see the speed, obviously, from the Vikings, but the Falcons just simply starting to wear out a little bit.
Right. You talked about two-way football. It's been that way all night.
Green and gold have long prided themselves on it, but there has literally been very few subs of any specials, offense, defense.
How about, Charlie, the beginning of the fourth quarter, when this quarter was still a minute and a half to go, we talked about our seniors one more time, so we don't miss that opportunity.
You bet. We love our linemen and we love our seniors. More laundry on the field.
Right. Here's the discussion. And
so this is going to be a shift.
yeah.
And if you're AHSTW, you are really this is now beyond, hey, we got some things to do clean up Monday. Now this is getting a little concerning. If you're, I mean, this is a team looking to go to the Dome.
Yeah, and it's, again, the officials make their decisions, and I'm sure they're correct. And it's not like the Falcon coaches, fans, anybody, players are pointing out, hey, these guys are doing something wrong, and the coaches are catering to what the Falcons are asking for. These are things they're seeing on their own, like they're not being goaded into it or in any way.
1st and 20, 1 minute to go here in the third. Shotgun formation. And here's quarterback keeper. This is Sternberg up top, and he'll go out of bounds about the 17-yard line. Actually going to call him out about the 19. And now there's a Falcon man down.
Coach out there right away. And trainer.
Nick Finken, 1997 grad.
Yeah, classmate of yours, Charlie?
Yep, Jake Driver, 1998 grad. Nick and I were roommates in college for 3 years.
All right. Somebody had to carry you.
That is a fact.
Hey, I do have an update. Creighton Blue Jays, number 21 in the nation in women's Division I college volleyball. We're 15-8 winners in the 5th set. Therefore, they win the match. 3 sets to 2 over number 16, the Marquette Golden Eagles. Also the Big East that takes sole possession of Big East volleyball lead in the league right now.
And I believe they're at home again Sunday afternoon.
Yes, I think they are against Butler.
Coach Gradeville out there with the boys. And this appears to be Cole Hobbs. And we're not going to speculate, but might hopefully be as simple as a cramp. But, again, we don't want to speculate.
Right.
We're not going to show it. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, we do have the clock is stopped here, man. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah, you bet. Let's work on those
So don't
seniors.
forget Luke Anderson is the son of Karen Anderson and Chris Anderson. He's played a couple years of football, and he plans working in the construction industry, perhaps working on some roofing. We all need that.
Number 18, and he's from Heartland Christian.
That's right. Sam Goobles is the son of Jay and Lisa Goobles. Played 4 years of football, a couple years of golf, has run track, and he plans to study marine biology.
I already made my great Seinfeld reference.
All right,
there.
good deal. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Titleist. All right, walking off a little better, so we'll show it.
Yeah. And we'll do our 2 more, and then we'll save some of the other guys for later because we can't do just one of the Helton triplets, part of those triplets. David Helton's the son of John and Ann Helton, and so is John. David's had 4 years of football, wrestling, soccer, and 2 years of track. Plans to study business. John, meanwhile, also 4 years of football, wrestling, soccer, and 2 years of track. He plans to attend Iowa State, and he wants to study kinesiology.
53 seconds to go here in the third. Storm are going to drop straight back now, forced out of the pocket. And he'll heave one in the end zone. Nobody home for the Falcons. Makes it 38-10 with 45 seconds to go here in the third. So you can see really haven't been long sustained drives, been mainly big plays from the Vikings. Makes it 38-10 with 45 seconds to go here in the third.
Different kicker this time.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's no longer Baxter.
But it's good.
Last one of the kicks was missed.
And his buddies are quite happy about it. So
Jacob Kunis Sr., maybe he's been waiting for his chance. Didn't do the kicking normally. It's been Caden Baxter doing that, the sophomore. So the senior Kuhn gets to kick one on, at least on Falcons senior night with 45 seconds left.
.45 seconds to go here. Again, want to wish Sydney Collins best of luck tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, of course, cross country, they have a combined qualifying meet on Thursday. Matt, talk to us historically.
Yeah.
I assume it's the same this year. How do you qualify for state cross country?
Well, the team, there are 5 districts in every class. So we're Class 1A, I believe. And so Class 1A meet is the boys and girls run together at separate races, of course, at the same location. And the top 3 scoring teams qualify for the state meet. So 15 teams qualify for the state meet, 3 from each of the 5 districts. That's the team. Now, if you are one of the top, I think, 10 or 15 runners, and your team does not qualify, and you're still among the top 15 individually, you can qualify to run in the state meet as an individual, but your team won't be eligible to score and then compete.
Okay.
So
the Saints start volleyball on Monday, and as Matt said, the state tournament, if they were to make it, would be in Coralville.
Starting Halloween.
Basically Iowa City.
Right. New arena.
Home of club hockey team.
Yeah, and Hawkeye women's volleyball.
Yeah. This is Goobles. Goobles still on his feet. Goobles going to be brought down about the 42-yard line.
By the kicker Baxter.
Nice return by the senior Sam Goobles. And the Falcons a little offensive life here as we are late in the third quarter.
So Falcons 2 possessions, 2 punts so far this half. 3 possessions so far for the Vikings, and 2 of those ended in touchdowns. First one on downs, gave it up on downs, and then did score a couple of touchdowns.
35 seconds to go here in the third. Marshall with Falcons all around him.
Yeah.
And here's play action. This pass is going to be nearly caught, but go incomplete.
Also nearly intercepted.
Yes.
Intended for Luke Wettengale.
Luke Wettengale says, good throw, young man, but I might have hurt my shoulder, so I'm going to check out. Anderson, you're in.
Defended by Wiedemeyer.
Matt, we have an exciting,
yes,
if not quirky, and somewhat disgusting update for you.
Is this Vogel again?
No, actually, shockingly, no.
Thank goodness.
The Navy SMU game has been delayed 15 minutes because the SMU mascot,
the Mustang,
used the facilities on the field.
Oh, okay.
You never know what you're going to get on a Sanford Sports Fan broadcast.
Flag late. I'm not sure what. They're pointing at the Vikings after this flag.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I just don't like to see this no matter what. I don't think it's
I don't think it's malicious.
No.
It's almost just sloppy.
Yeah, and it's not the result of an altercation or whatever, a conflict between two players, and then officials are picking a winner. Like, okay, you guys had a shoving match, I'm going to throw a penalty on you. There's none of that going on.
No.
Just kind of after the play, they're hearing something, is my theory.
A lot of new school is better.
Mm-hmm.
But this might be a case for a little old school. This is kind of when Coach Schicklow might grab you by the shoulder pads and say, you do that again.
Oh, of course. All right. Now, Charlie, I'm going to
Here comes Tim.
Yeah, no. I'm going to steal one of your lines.
Okay.
You always say seldom right.
And wrong again?
And wrong again. So I was corrected on qualifying for
Do tell.
let's see. It looks like the answer is Class 1A is the top 2 teams and 10 individuals.
Okay.
So there's that.
So to make it simple, let's say you're Reese Duncan, Carly McKeever, Addison Duncan, Piskorski.
Yeah.
You can't qualify as a team.
Right.
But if you go top team.
Top 10.
Or top 10, Duncan or McKeever, you can make state.
Right.
Just the team can't go.
And that's in 1A. It looks like it is different for 2, 3, and 4A. They do go to the 3 teams.
So for the Falcons, as a team, they're going to run 7.
Yeah.
The top 5 score.
Top 5 score.
And if you're one of the top 2 teams, one of the 2 lowest scoring teams like golf, you qualify.
Right.
Otherwise, if you don't qualify, you got to be in the top 10.
Right. So I missed that. 1A is a different. Yes, go ahead.
Let me throw you a question.
Yeah.
So let's say Woodbine.
Yeah.
Let's say they win it, and Timbuktu, they're second.
Yeah.
Do the Woodbine runners count for top 10 runners?
I think they do. I think they don't throw them out.
Okay.
So you still have to be among the top 10, and they don't.
Gotcha.
They don't discount.
Okay.
Those runners.
Okay. First and 10.
Otherwise,
7.
you might have the top 2 teams. You might have somebody who finished 19th.
Yes.
Getting to qualify.
Gotcha. 17 seconds to go in the third. And this is going to be give off right-hand side. Gooble's going to spin hard-hitting game. These 2 teams are going to feel it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Likely the last play of the third quarter. This will give Matt a chance to talk about
finish our
a
seniors.
few more of our seniors. As it's 39-10 after 3.
Got to write one thing down here. And there we go.
And that's not your screen. That's just blurry. Now we come into focus. Again, Brian Holder could not make it tonight, so you're stuck with us.
All right, Charlie, we had the MVAO CAU trailing trainer score. I won't make you come up with that. But, hey, let's pick up on our seniors. We left off with the Helton twins. Triplets, but 2 of the 3. Let's pick up with Cale Hobbs, the son of Corey and Jeannie Hobbs. He's had will have had 5 years of baseball by the time he's done, 4 years of football, wrestled for a couple years, and Cale plans to study ecology. Brendan Monahan, son of Sean and Tricia Monahan, will have had 5 years of baseball, 4 years of football, 3 years of track, a couple years of basketball. He was an honor roll student throughout high school, and he plans to major in business. Our penultimate, second to last, that is, senior, Lena Rosolanic, daughter of...
Good word, by the way.
There you go. Daughter of Mike and Lisa Rosolanic, 4 years of basketball, and she's going to continue that in college, we understand. And soccer, 1 year of volleyball, and this year, of course, 1 year of football. Participates as a student, as a representative on the student council, works on publications, and plans to attend Midland University and study athletic training and play some basketball. And our final senior is Gavin Somerville, son of Jamie and Tara Somerville. 3 years of baseball, a couple years of golf, a year of football, basketball, and track on the Honor Roll and National Honor Society, and participates in the National Honor Society, plans to study engineering or construction management. So those are our 8 seniors on the squad. Thanks to them and all their parents. We talk about this every time, but it's just so true. And now Charlie, as having a student who's a junior and right around the corner from this, all the blood, sweat, and tears and years and heartache and whatever and joy it takes to get them through all the years of youth activities to get to high school and finish those activities. And it's a sweet moment and perhaps bittersweet to get to senior night, whatever your sport is.
You bet. And you talk to a lot of parents over the years, and they say, I miss the other parents. They've been 5 years out, they've been 10 years out. Let's have a parents get together. So you're with those folks a lot. But you're right, Matt. A lot of driving, a lot of smiles, a lot of tears, a lot of ups, downs all around. And senior night, bittersweet moment for all. second and 17 with 11:54 to go here in the ball game. Vikings leading 39-10. And this will be Marshall shotgun Helton, and they're going to roll him out left. And now Marshall is going to be blocked, goes incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 17. My wife's cousin, Amy Messerschmidt, in the house tonight.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 17. The Falcons need to get down to about the 14-yard line.
I hear there's folks out on the combine tonight getting some communications.
I love it.
Yeah.
How are the fields looking?
Yeah.
I hear beans are spotty, corn pretty good.
I
Kind of depends upon where you are.
I listened to a little bit of that on KMA sometime this week that they're saying some places are great, some places aren't. It's a dry year. So the Falcons going to call a timeout. I believe the whistle seemed to come from this sideline, and indeed, with 11 seconds into the fourth quarter, Falcons trailing 39-10. They call a timeout on this play to set things up. Talk to play caller C.J. Gradeville, 2007 graduate. Coach Jake Driver in the huddle as well. Next score, if there is one, or Falcons could stave that off, but one score on the AHSCW side away from a potential running clock. But the Falcons could stave that off with a score of their own.
Matt, I've had one complainer tonight on the filming. I'm sure there's thousands
out
there,
yeah.
but only one with the courage to voice it.
Who had your number?
My wife.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. I think Kathleen might be listening a little bit because she did give me a Creighton update. And
nice.
33-6, we hear Mount Air's leading Southwest Valley. One of the things that had to fall into place besides the Falcons winning this game. I heard at halftime, Charlie, rumors there might be a Week 9 game.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor. So I don't know, but we'll see.
Tell us about the rumor. This game looks out of reach at this point.
Only a rumor that there may be a Week 9 game Thursday with a school our size.
That's okay. I'm glad you heard the same. Again, so it is possible.
That's all I'm. Yeah.
You have a Week 9 optional game if you want. It looks like the Falcons may take advantage of it Thursday night as that ball is going to be dropped. And so there is a possibility. We hear a rumor. It has not been confirmed by anybody, but the Falcons may be at home Thursday night in a Week 9 contest.
I'll be officiating volleyball that night. And some 4A action.
Alexis, we're getting word that they like the senior picks.
Yes.
So the faithful are appreciative. So thank you for the senior picks on the broadcast. And the entire digital media club, which has just taken things to the next level and really helped out with St. Albert Sports Fan. We lost one of our great photographers. We have not lost him, but he's not volunteering at this point because he's watching his daughter play Midland volleyball, Chris Williams.
Oh, yeah.
So we're lacking some pictures this year, and what we have is from the Digital Media Club and Kathy Marshall. And that ball is going to be caught.
Incomplete. No.
Oh, did it come off the ground? He says I have it, and he's saying, well, he might be out of bounds.
Yeah, there are several options. I can't tell which.
And there is a
flag as well. Is there interference?
Interference.
If so, it's only a 15-yard penalty in high school, not spot.
I think the NFL, that's sometimes their best offense. Wing it, throw it deep, and hope for interference. Pass interference.
Whitegale thought he had it, but
on the offense.
Luke's probably an honor student, I would guess. He's like other family members.
Matt, I just assume they're all honor students, except maybe my kids. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Matt, we have
we're
some
talking to the Avoca coaches.
Some delusional fans out there.
Oh, okay.
They want a picture of Matt and Charlie
on
the computer, and I just don't think that's going to happen.
We better. Yeah, why not? It's been a while. Let me take my cheaters off.
Hang on.
Last ones we had were at the Dome, I think. That's been a long time.
Voices made for radio. Oh, boy.
Alexis, yeah.
Ask and you shall
Alexis
receive.
wasted no time.
Oh, boy.
She's like, yeah,
she knows my
I can embarrass these guys. I'm in.
love affair of pictures.
I'm in. These old clowns. The good news is it was a low light situation.
Yes, exactly.
It's the best for us. I want to thank our KNOD broadcaster next to us. He was trying to turn on the lights before the game. I'm kind of like, I said, we don't really do that here.
We don't do it. We don't need lights.
We like it in the dark here.
You don't have to be too specific.
Yeah.
Just, score, time, where we're going.
We made some, the glare off the windows. It really doesn't work to have the lights on.
Right to left on your radio dial.
Yeah.
11:36 to go in the ballgame. Falcons going to short kick at Hayden Fry style.
Yeah.
He might have done that on third down. Helton will down at about the 16-yard line.
I didn't get the penalty. It must have been on the Falcons because
Offensive pass interference.
OPI. Oh, no wonder they. All right, I missed that.
I was hoping for not against the Falcons, but my favorite penalty in football, loss of downs.
Yeah.
They go back. Look like they're sun tanning on a beach towel.
That's like the move that Three Amigos make.
Oh yes, great movie. Well, actually, I'll be honest. I went back and had a couple of the kids watch it. Not as great as I remember.
Didn't hold up.
No.
Yeah. So today I was on a meeting on the computer for a couple hours, and at the end, someone said, "You look like Steve Martin with the white hair." And I really, if I had a nickel for, I get that a lot. It's the white hair.
I know it's not an original, but his work in Father of the Bride is still
somebody
wonderful.
said, "You look like Steve Martin in Father of the Bride" on this.
That's quite a compliment.
On this call.
Very handsome in that movie.
I thought I looked more like in Roxanne when he had the big long nose, like Cyrano de Bergerac, but Actually, the white hair, it's not natural. I have it dyed this color.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. It'd be jet black.
If you were a silver fox.
It just wouldn't look right if it was jet black, so I just go ahead and dye it white.
There you go. More requests for pictures. What is wrong with you people? Shotgun formation, 2nd and 10.
I think it's a bot. I think we're being spammed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's a Russian bot.
There you go. And give off left-hand side.
Sternberg
running room.
Could have some potential.
Sternberg's going to take it.
It's going to be 84 yards when all's said and done. Trying his mightiest as Luke Wettengale just can't get there. There's an 84-yard run by Luke Sternberg.
No flags on the play.
And that's saying something this half.
Makes it 45-10. Those holding the overs ticket in Vegas can go cash. 35 points now, so after the kickoff, this game will roll. Get your Pizza King orders in now.
Boy, I'm not going to need Pizza King. That
little barbecue.
The barbecue was
pork butt.
Yeah,
it's pretty tasty.
It was tasty, and I had it was my second dinner, if you will, kind of like the Hobbits, second breakfast, 11sies, and so on.
Well, it's fall. You got to get the winter weight on. Like a squirrel, you got to put the weight on.
Everything still fits, so I need to do something about that.
Kick is up and good. Makes it 46-10 with 10:31 to go in the ball game.
Charlie, not selling the Falcons short, but they really battled for a long time.
There's Amy Messerschmidt, by the way.
All right. So this is Melissa's cousin, is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
And I think she must have heard she was on the broadcast because now she's looking for us.
All right.
It's like those fans in the stands. By the time she figures it out, we've zoomed away.
Yeah. Oh, here. She found her niece.
There we go. All right. Yes, Matt. Continue.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know where it was.
I don't either.
I love family stories. I really do. I like family stories. I don't think I was anywhere. That's a long 84-yard run. Yeah, 46-10.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Matt, we've got adoring fans all over the world.
Yes.
Can you blame them?
They can't get away. Now we're the Russian bots.
Oh, Alexis, you actually threw the picture up, didn't you?
I'm sure she did. All right. It could have been worse.
Okay.
Really,
okay.
Alexis did us.
Not sure that's possible.
I think she did us a favor. I think she kind of filtered it or something.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever
kind of made
she
it
did.
Blurry.
Yeah. I still remember I'm a big Beatles fan. I bought some, there's some picture book. You know, I was younger,
Yeah.
and they had an album cover, and they said, yeah, because they're generally young. They weren't like teenagers, but they're in their 20s when they were famous. You know,
young pups.
But as they started to get older, they said, yeah, they're using softer focus on their lens so their fans won't think they're as old.
Ah, okay.
and now, like, okay, Ringo just turned 80 something.
Wow.
You know, and Paul's 81 or something like that.
Look at the return here by Helton. Good cut. Going to bring it all the way out to the 47, 48-yard line.
And certainly not saying it would have changed the outcome of the game in any way. But, you know, when you see some of the success that Helton's had in open space and Gooble's, it would be nice to see Monahan try to break some things here.
Yep. Somebody like a Cale Hobbs healthy up front.
Yeah.
Falcons missing some guys. Matt, we're getting a great sweatshirt, by the way, an oldie but a goodie.
You know, I almost went with the big green one, but I went with the hoodie. I thought Owen might be wearing his hoodie as well, so I thought I would go with that. Whoops. Took a while for that flag to go. Alexis, do you have Matt Sheffield's cell phone number? He would like that picture if you could send that to him. I'm not sure.
Of course he does.
I'm not sure why. I'm afraid once it gets in his hands.
I was going to say, I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like giving a chainsaw to a serial murderer, but, you know. I've heard of worse ideas.
You a big horror film guy, Matt? You into that kind of genre this time of year?
I did more when I was younger. Now they develop too slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in high school when Scream came out. I Know What You Did Last Summer. That kind of stuff. And, you know, at that age and stage, it was pretty good.
Yeah. It started with me with the Halloween when I was in college. Halloween kind of came out then.
Good pitch and catch by the Falcons.
I love a good mob movie, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all in a mob. I was going to make some Soprano references earlier, but I thought, well, I didn't.
I don't think it's horror per se, but just a great Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So if you're of age, would recommend that for the Halloween season.
Got a new quarterback warming up anyway. Is that
might be Cole Peckney.
Cole Peckney is taking some practice throws anyway.
Baseball player and bowler for the Falcons. Plays those little hoops too. And that's Jackson Lennon and on the reception. Kind of got twisted up there at the I saw that was not good. That was not good. Jackson Lennon is down.
Yeah,
looks like he got twisted up on the tackle.
Yeah.
And he is in pretty serious pain down there. We're not going to show it.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it, the camera keeps zooming out. Really unfortunate. We hope it's not as serious as it looks. Jackson Lennon, really good athlete, plays all the various sports. Might have a future in college baseball. Let's hope for the best for him. We have a St. Albert mom. I don't know if she wants her name mentioned. She wants to know she still has nightmares from Silence the Lambs.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. We always joked about, was it the Friday the 13th that also came out when I was in college, too.
See, I was never into those or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, but those, again, that we would go to those because it was just, we did. But we always laughed about that, kind of that. like, the guy's coming, just listen to the soundtrack.
That was always one of the things about the horror movies. Is like, how could you be so stupid?
I like when people make fun of them.
Yes.
The ridicule is good. But, I think there's even a Geico commercial about one of those. Like, let's go hide in the shack with the chainsaw instead of getting in this running car.
Exactly. Yes. I'm, like a lot of people, not a big fan of commercials. But I do like those progressive commercials. I think it's progressive about, don't become your parents. All right, let's tighten the line up, people. You need a snack?
Yeah. And I know groups of guys, like between your age and mine, up to mine, who all, people enjoy that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Kind of broadly.
Yep. Falcons still tending to the injured player. We'll confirm it is Jackson Lennon.
Talk about field crew.
It is not Jackson Lennon. We apologize. It is Luke Wettengill.
Oh, Luke.
Our sincere apologies.
Yeah.
We really apologize for that. It is Luke Whitingale. Here's the good news. Luke is coming off the field pretty ginger, but not getting a ton of assistance. So, again, we apologize for that. It is Luke Whitingale, not Jackson Lennon.
So I think we got a shout-out from Kevin White over the PA for field crew.
Really?
So,
well, you guys are.
So the guys do a really nice job. We come here on Wednesdays. Come around next spring. Here's the pitch.
Okay, do tell.
End of July, beginning of August next year, we'll be back here working on some projects and just getting the place ready. The big job, some of the visible things. Obviously, the visitor bleacher came down this year, and
that's quite an undertaking.
It's an undertaking. We're able to sell that scrap material for some funds. And move it back in. Probably need a new paint sprayer for next year. So if you can't make the field crew and you have, $1.5 sitting around, you want to buy us a new paint sprayer, just give me a holler. But at any rate, they do a good job. We get the numbers ready to go. A lot of weed eating, cleaning up. Over the summer things kind of grow, and we don't have as much staff here to continue to do those things. So some cleaning, some big projects. I don't know if we have anything big on the schedule for next year. Probably need to replace the steps up here to the press box, I think.
Okay.
I think those railroad ties are starting to wear out and sag, and the winter won't be kind to them, I'm sure. So
Falcons have thrown the JV in the ballgame. Cole Peckney takes over at quarterback.
Kind of looks like the same.
A lot of fresh faces
for the Vikings, some smaller guys.
And so here's toss sweep left-hand side. This is Kyle Irwin. Irwin's still on his feet. Good speed. Irwin for a gain of about 6 on the play. 4th and 4. He'll get 7, and that'll be a Falcon first down. So, again, you need the Bound app and then follow St. Albert. And then any sport that is in season, it'll automatically appear when you pull the app up, and that's important because you can get the roster right there at home.
Hey, I do want to shout out to one special field crew member. Broke his foot this week, not able to come. Brian Sychek.
Oh, no.
Broke his foot, and he sent us a photo of I'm not going to be there tonight. And he showed a picture of
and you let him get away with that?
Yeah, I know.
Broken foot?
Yeah, he's supposed to bring pizza. No, that's not true. He has in the past. Nights where
really?
Yeah, just out of the blue one.
BYOP.
Yeah, well, he brought it for everybody.
I love it.
It was fantastic. Out of a surprise last year. We were grateful to Brian. But, yes, we hope here's for a speedy recovery. And, yes, you're off. But he's listening tonight. Usually he's in the crowd.
Welcome, Brian. He's always in the crowd.
I know, right?
Love it. Matt, I've got a theory.
Yeah.
Always had this. I've shared with my wife. You're pretty much welcome anywhere in America at almost any time if you show up with a case of beverages and a couple of pizzas.
I've tried both. It works, so it must be true.
Here's the give it to Irwin over off right-hand side. Not much doing. No gain on the play.
You know what else? The thing I like about having, there's just under 6 minutes to go with the running clock, but is that the both teams have, the JV squads in, and any potential for chippiness to kind of continue is gone.
Absolutely.
And everybody's happy with that. I'm mystified what was going on with that team, a good, solid team, and I think the coaches are going to give them something to work on.
Yes, have a lot to talk about, and this is a team with dome potential, certainly undefeated on the year, ranked number 4 in the state. Well-balanced team, can run it, throw it, pretty decent special teams, and speed all over. And we're not going to have anything official, but, again, we think the Falcons may be at home Thursday night against an opponent we're not going to name. We don't know if they've let it out yet.
Yeah.
And here is Peckney, and the pass is going to be caught. And that's going to be Holiday, I think, on the reception. There's some lively fans in the stands tonight.
And it's
Matt Holiday.
It's not Amy Urales.
Amy's probably got some Wayne State football this weekend. Boy, they're having a heck of a year.
Yeah. And the Wayne State volleyball team is number 1 in Division II.
Wow.
And I believe still undefeated. So you kept mentioning 100 pounds of pork.
Yeah.
Maybe think of 100 pounds of clay. You know that song?
I'm not sure I
do. A guy
do.
named Gene McDaniel. It's kind of a 50 song with just 100 pounds of clay. And it talks about our maker. He made my life worth living.
Okay.
I won't sing it.
I thought we were going to go with Harry Chapin, 10,000 pounds of bananas.
Oh, yeah. 30,000 pounds.
30,000 pounds, that's right.
Yeah. I saw Harry Chapin live at one of his
Really?
last concerts before he died.
How have you never shared that with me?
It was April of 1981.
Wow.
I was a junior at Loras College. He came to play at our field house. He was raising money for World Hunger at the time, which he did for many years throughout his career. And if you bought a shirt, I used to have a signed Harry Chapin T-shirt. I don't know where that is anymore.
Oh, that'd be worse.
It is gone. Then he died in a car accident that July. So 3 months later,
Yes.
he perished and got smushed by a truck.
Cats in the Cradle might
Not
be my
carrying-
least favorite
Not carrying
song,
bananas.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yes. Love a good story song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Singer, songwriter, storyteller.
Falcons call a timeout. I think they
Yeah.
might have had 14 guys in the field.
Yeah. Taxi is, I think, it's obviously my.
Taxi's a great one. Although I didn't like the remake attack. They did
Yeah,
a Taxi Part 2, if you will. Not a big
Yeah.
favorite.
And for you people, it's not the TV show with Danny DeVito and not
that
that
was a little
Taxi.
before my time.
Yeah, I didn't watch Taxi, but yeah, Taxi. There.
Were you a MASH guy?
I watched MASH. It was popular. It was on every night at 10:30 when we were
Okay.
in college. Yeah. We would on Thursdays we would watch MASH. When it finished at 11, we'd load up the car, drive across the river to East Dubuque, Illinois.
Okay.
And we didn't go what East Dubuque is famous for, which is strip joints.
Okay, that's good to hear.
We went for chili dogs.
Oh, really?
Went to Mulgrews for chili dogs, 11 o'clock on Thursday nights. That was our big, kind of end of the week treat. And toward our last year, we would invite different faculty members as the year wore on.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
We asked somebody else. We never got the president, but we got a vice president to go with us.
Okay.
So the famous Mulgrew chili dogs. One of my buddies, Pat Murphy from Chicago, imagine that.
Yeah.
He liked. We always teased him because he didn't like the beans on his chili, so he had him strain out the beans when they poured it on his chili dog.
Well, what's the point of a chili dog?
What's the point of a
then?
chili dog?
That's called a hot dog.
With a little meat soup on it. I don't get it. So yeah. But Taxi was Harry Chapin's favorite number.
All right, here's the give over off. Quarterback keeper, still on his feet.
Yeah.
Falcons cannot wrap him up.
Yeah.
Young man going to take it to the house.
That's number 3 or 8.
Number 3.
Yeah, surprise carry there. That is Camden Sukup, the sophomore.
Makes it 52-10 with 3:25 to go in the ball game.
One of my favorite, of course, I love that song here. Back to Taxi, that's a great song, but she gave me $20 for a $2.50 fare.
Said Harry,
to keep the change.
But
then his response is, another man might have been angry, another man might have been hurt.
I stuffed the bill in my shirt.
Yeah.
All right, who do we have kicking this one?
Scheffler's the holder. They might have the first team. They might not have a second team.
Yeah.
It's not 28, the main kicker. It's not Caden Baxter.
A lot of times, small town, you just and this is St. Albert too.
Yeah.
You don't have a second team unit there.
Yeah, for special teams.
All right, good, Matt. Who's 67 for HSTW?
67 is
Big fella.
Sawyer Kiesel, a junior.
Nice sportsmanship there to one of the Falcons there. So we'd like to give credit for that.
Seems like our running clock hasn't been running as rapidly as maybe we had anticipated.
Left to right. Matt Noon.
Yeah.
Fritz Krohn. Not sure who's behind the scene there. And Mike Noon. Those guys have been doing that a long time. I want to say almost 40 years.
Yeah, could well be. I saw Dale Poole at church last weekend. Speaking of field crew, chain gang legends.
Talk about a legend.
Yeah.
Dale Poole.
Yeah, right.
Still lively in the stands.
Yeah.
One of my favorite yells in football. You got to hit somebody. You got to pop somebody. Oh, I love it.
Now, this is certainly a JV return squad on the field for the Falcons.
Underwood beats Kemper.
Yeah.
28-20. Underwood will win the district.
Yeah. Falcons do have 11, the right number on the field. There's that.
It looks like Heisterkamp, and not sure who the other
deep back
is. Might be Irwin, and he's going to take it. Irwin's still on his feet, and he'll be hit hard, drugged down about the 30-yard line. All right, clock rolls 3. Well, it's supposed to roll, right?
After the possession.
After the possession, okay.
Although they did make that a 10-second kickoff play. That's good because I don't think it really took 10
Yeah.
seconds. And the clock is now running.
Let's just get out there right now.
Yeah.
We don't know if we'll have a broadcast next week. You'll be reffing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what my schedule is. So we'll see. There is the huddle camera up top. We could always tune into that. Don't know if Brian Holder will be available. Our producer, Alexis Army, with finger pointed, just said it will be on huddle. So make sure you're at the ball game next week. And here is the give up the center off left guard.
I'm officiating generally nearby.
Okay.
So I may try to sneak up after if I'm able.
We assume that'll be a 7 o'clock start, but we're not really sure. Probably still to be worked out.
Well, and my assumption is that those numbers will look just fine next week.
I think so, too. It's supposed to be dry. Tanner Ahstw checks into the ball.
I don't think we'll
28.
be mowing in between.
With a freeze coming this week, I think the field looked fine just the way it is. Be interesting to see, do the Falcons go young next week? Do they go seniors? Do they mix it up?
You know, and I don't know, of course. My guess would be to have a discussion with the other team and try to do similar.
Yep.
You know, I am seeing, since we have about a minute here, so a bunch of Abraham Lincoln students in the crowd tonight.
Okay.
And they're here. I'll tell you who they're supporting is, let me find his number here. Number 25, Abe McIntosh.
Okay.
You might recognize the name. His dad, Leo McIntosh, is the YMCA director.
Okay.
Abe transferred this year to AHSCW from Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
Wants to play some activities out there at a smaller school. Been playing some at Abraham Lincoln, but transferred out to HSCW to play. Play a little football, play basketball. And so I think some of his former classmates at AL, since the Lynx are out of town, showed up to support Abe tonight.
And that's really cool. We'd like to see that. For my sophomore, junior, and senior year when I worked at the Garden Cafe, Leo and now wife, Nikki, were two of my bosses.
Yeah.
And the last connection, Matt Christensen, who is now we're freshman dads.
Yeah.
He was one of the waiters down there. So good stuff. Good luck to him tonight.
I didn't call out Abe. We probably saw 25 do some stuff. I officiate some basketball this summer in summer league, and he was on. I saw him on the AHSCW basketball team.
I formation, Peckney under center, 40 seconds to go. And here is the give over off left-hand side. And not a lot doing there. Might get one more play off. And as I say that will be the ball game. AHSTW shows they are the real deal. Number 4 in the state. They take care of St. Albert 52-10 here on senior night. Nothing confirmed yet, as Matt said, but we think that the Falcons will be at home Thursday night against an unnamed opponent. As of right now, we're not going to spill the beans. We assume 7 o'clock. But tomorrow, Sidney Collins will be swimming at home at Lewis Central. Monday night, the Saints are on the road at Logan Magnolia. That is district play. And Thursday, the Saints and the Falcons will be at Southwest Valley in the state qualifier. And we would encourage you to get out to all the above. And don't forget about the band, the marching band. Monday night here on the Hill, 7 o'clock. Matt, another fun, great season. It's crazy to think it's over. Been a good ride this year. Not maybe the season the Falcons had hoped for, but for you and I, anyway, it's been a fun ride.
Well, and not just the two, but there's so many things we're able to celebrate during the game. We had some nice guests, the principal, our school president. Did we have Father Max? That was last season.
That was last season.
Nice long discussion with Father Max. But able to highlight, between the band and the mini dancers and the cross-country teams and so on, we are able to highlight so many things going on here in addition to the game. So, yes it's football, and yes, it's more. So, yeah, in that respect, I agree. Fun season.
Been a fun year with you as well. Wish you the best of luck in officiating this week. Really do want to thank Brian Holder. He did all the camera work prior to tonight. Just absolutely fantastic. And I know you enjoyed his work a lot better than what you saw tonight. And really who has become an invaluable member of the team, St. Albert Jr., Alexis Narmy, part of the St. Albert Digital Media Club. And so thank you to their sponsor, Mrs. Keenan. And thank you to the St. Albert Digital Media Club, and thank you to Alexis Narmy for the great work tonight. We'll end with the Falcons in huddle. Been a great, fun ride. We think the Falcons will be at home next week. No matter your pleasure, get out and support the green and gold this week. Matt, adios. Been a fun season. Thanks.